Hello and welcome to Adventures of Oz. We're delighted to be doing Adventures of Oz today. It's a Kickstarter for this exciting new 5e sourcebook that brings the magical lands of the Wizard of Oz to life, and that is currently running out and about at the moment. There'll be a link in chat somewhere below, so get involved, check it out. I've had fun reading up on it, but you know, just go for it. It's grand. Anyway, thank you for joining us on an evening of Dungeons and Dragons, Wizard of Ozing in the Dragons with a dragon's hat, but Wizards of Oz. I'm Niall, now the Dungeon Master tonight, slowly losing his mind. We're thrilled to be streaming at twitch.tv/rolltogetherrpg. For those who are new to Dungeons & Dragons, everyone here plays a fantasy character in a fantasy universe, this one being the Wizard of Oz. Each of the 5 players have their unique character with their sheets that tell them who they are, what they can do, what their deepest secrets are, whether or not they are smart enough to have secrets. They'll be mostly rolling 20-sided dice that will see whether or not they do well or do badly at it. If they roll a 20, that's usually good. If they roll a 1, it's usually not so good. And whilst they play their characters, I will be playing everything else in this wonderful world. The weather, the people, the toilets, you name it, I'm that. As long as they're not them, it's me. I'm just Wizard of Oz. I'm just losing it, I'll be honest with you. And the players will be interacting with me, I'll be interacting with them. We're going to tell a story. It's going to be Wizard of Oz. You're going to love it. Anyway, guys, somebody please take this off of me so I don't lose my mind. Hannah, would you like to introduce yourself, your pronouns, your character, maybe their pronouns, and what you've enjoyed looking into as we've been going through this source book of Wizard of Oz?
Sure. My name is Hannah. My pronouns are she, her, as are the pronouns of the character I'm playing, who's Aja the Lucky. I am playing a munchkin, which I'm extremely excited about. As a friend of Dorothy myself, like the opportunity to play about in the Wizard of Oz canon and fanon has been really, really exciting to read through all the different classes for D&D. Basically, I'm just like really hyped to get amongst it. Yeah, I think.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. Thank you very much. Okay, Mikey, do you want to take it away, introduce yourself, character, and something you liked about the source book so far?
Yeah, I'm Mike. I used he, him. I've got a little gaunt, tiny little winged monkey character who wears tiny little speckled glasses, who's just wandering around a little lost after a certain sorceress, as we'll call her, who sort of lost control of all of the monkeys, and now he's just trying to figure out how to make a bit of moolah on the side. It's been really interesting exploring the races, particularly in the new book. Hence why, and I feel like a couple of us went for some of the wackiest and the craziest we possibly could to start it off. But yeah, we'll explore a little bit more. I'm sure you'll figure out very quickly what this character's about.
Awesome, lovely, jubbly. Evie, would you like to take it away?
Hi, I am Evie. I use she, her pronouns, and I'm going to be playing Miss Ula, who also uses she, her pronouns, and she is a Cowlin. It is basically just a living doll. And she is just the cutest, tiniest, daintiest, very ladylike little thing, and I'm sure that she will be very endearing to everyone. I'm 100% sure. And something I've been excited about is I saw the races and I was just really inspired, I suppose. I literally had an entire page of A4 coming off of like the Cowlin race with different ideas with where it could go, and I just found it quite inspiring, so I'm excited to see what everyone else came up with as well.
Wonderful. All right, Ed.
Hello, my name's Ed. I use he, him pronouns, and my character, Albert Rumblebat, uses they, them. They are a mechanical construct. I'm imagining that they were made by a gnome sometime in the very distant past, and then got trapped down a mine. And because of an explosion, all the other miners were killed, and they were just trapped and they had to sort of dig their way out slowly. One sort of.
That's so traumatic.
Well, this is the thing. This is why I want to see how they do out and about. and trying to interact with other people. It'll be interesting.
Lovely, freedom's coming. All right, Buzzer! Oh, well, David, I'm just shouting your character names.
The old Bazzer. Hello, everyone. You may recognize me from such streams as various others. I am still, it remains David Shears, pronouns still he, him, and I am playing Bazzer of Oz. And looking at the sort of wild and wonderful exotic choices made by my companions here, I decided from an outsider's perspective. So Bazzer was originally a Barriot of Baldur's Gate and a traditional mage working in a tower. There was a magical accident that went awry, leaving his personality permanently altered. The last thing he remembers is working on planar mechanics in his usual way, involving several skins of wine. And he is known as Bazzer of wherever that he currently be. Pronouns are in fact it and Bazzer, because Bazzer feels that Bazzer is a force of nature and cannot be confined to a singular form, but is in fact an anthropomorphized entity of the world around Bazzer.
Sorry. My hay fever's playing up, and it's just beautiful.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, thank you very much, guys. Before we kick off, this stream will run for about 3 hours. It'll be roughly a 5 to 10 minute break in between, somewhere in the middle. We're delighted to be sponsored by Hero Forge. Hero Forge offers a fully customizable tabletop miniatures with dozens of fantasy races, thousands of parts to choose from, and they're easy to use design tools to let you build the perfect miniature online using a fully 3D in-depth character creator right in front of your web browser. Hero Forge is constantly expanding the catalog of customization options, so there's always something new to check out. So go check out heroforge.com, and they do some really cool stuff. If you can't paint, they do printed colors. I mean, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. We're also delighted to be sponsored by Ultra Pro. So get your tabletop organized with character folios and dice bags. Ultra Pro is the leading manufacturer and supplier of sports and gaming collectible accessories, as well as other gaming accessories. So join us in Twitch chat today to win a gift voucher. Just say something and you'll be entered into a random draw. These can be given all over the world. So head to ultrapro.com and type something in the bottom to get that gift voucher. I got some card things from them the other day. They're so cool to see. We're also I'm losing my mind. We're also sponsored by Elderwood Academy, who are premium purveyors of bespoke gaming themed gear, including hex chest dice boxes. We've got some nice ones over here on show, some dice trays. They just do some of the most awesome stuff you've ever seen. You can currently get 10% off your Elderwood purchase, so use the code ROLL together with a hyphen in between roll. So all capital letters roll hyphen together at the checkout, and that's at elderwoodacademy.com for that 10% off. We're also spotted by D&D Beyond, so your guide to digital D&D. You can see everyone's character sheets on the overlay from the left-hand side, whichever side that is. I don't know yet, but I'm sure you will because you'll see it. So yeah, thank you very much to D&D Beyond. Where would we be without you? We're also supported by Level Up Dice. There's a link in chat for our Table Shaker range, which are these big off massive ones. They're beautiful. We're supported by 2 lovely D&D video games, Idle Champions and Warriors of Waterdeep. You can see some codes at the bottom of the screen, so you can type in the codes !Idle Champion or !Warriors of Waterdeep into Twitch chat, and you'll get download links. For Idle Champions, there's a code you can directly enter into the game, so type for !code into the Twitch chat for a gold chest, whereas for Warriors of Waterdeep is !wow for those sweet gems, because we know that the hunt for gems is real. You'll need to do it on the device that you're on when you get the link. So yeah, have fun with that, guys. Free chests and free gems. We are Roll Together RPG on all socials. There'll be links in chat, so do like, follow, subscribe, leave a review, tell us how good we are, because we're mostly just begging for your appreciation.
In a very literal way.
Yeah, literally, please love us. Massive thank you to our D20 club on Patreon. You can find a link in chat. These guys help us make our shows from just one of your finest shekels, and you can also unlock more tiers by joining. Our shows are also available as podcasts on every single podcasting app there is. We're all together RPG. If there's one that we're not on, let us know, because we want to be on it.
We'll hunt it down.
Oh, we're going to be on it. Finally, we play with a diverse group of players who play a diverse set of characters with wide-ranging sexual and gender identities. Our tables are transpositive and GNC, and we encourage and champion trans and GNC players and characters in our games. The DM and players may portray characters that are a different gender of their own. We aim to avoid misgendering, but acknowledge that it does happen, and we have a company policy in place for correcting people on pronouns. If we miss an instance of misgendering, we are open to being corrected, so please do let us know if you think one has been missed. And now, let's begin to the Wizard of Oz. We're off to see the wonderful Wizard of Oz. Okay, guys. So, the Emerald City can be described in one word: green. But after that, it's majestic and very beautiful and just a wonderful place to be. And this is where you find yourself at the start of our adventure. The Emerald City has a lovely place called the Emerald Tavern. Would you guess? Everything's named after green and wonderful things. And in the Emerald Tavern, you've all come together to bear witness to Baza of Oz. Many people have recently traveled the Yellow Brick Road to find Baza of Oz, because not many people have heard of anyone traveling to Oz since the Wizard and since Dorothea. You find yourself in the Emerald Tavern looking upon Baza, covered in his own drinks and potentially
human detritus. Yeah.
Just general muck.
Excreta of many kinds. Not all him.
Laid upon the floor in a bit of a state.
Well, I've got a double solution for this. Water for the and water to wake him up. What? You're confusing me. Bear with, and you'll just see the tiny little monkey float off to sort of the back, maybe where a well is.
Nice. The 7 foot tall glass construct is going to be standing over Baza with a slightly sort of their face is almost featureless, but they have a glowing sort of red eyes, and they're sort of looking down with their head slightly cocked, going, "Not impressive."
You don't know yet. It hasn't woken up. It might do something amazing.
I hope so. As long as it's not boring. I just don't like things when they're boring.
And no, I get the impression that the moment he opens his it's all gonna come out, and it's just gonna be chatting for years.
Speaking of, and then a massive bucket of water just flies over, splashing straight over Baza.
Behold, I am the mighty Baza of Oz.
You realise it's still morning, right?
Oh, I'm not on stage. Oh, I thought I was doing a presentation. I was doing a presentation of my my planar mechanics. Yeah. Hi. Wait a minute. Green. Yeah, I'm still here. Cool.
Where did you expect to be?
Well, you see, the thing about Baza is kind of everywhere at all times. Sort of a omnipotent force of nature, like the wind or fog if it's foggy. But obviously, if it's not foggy, I'm not the fog because I'm not there. If you follow.
Why are you referring to yourself in third person?
Well, technically it's infinite person, but if I actually referred to myself using the correct verbiage, it would be too much for most mortal minds to comprehend. So therefore, I am limited in dimensions as I am in the exact the vernacular with which I manifest my presence.
Aja holds her hand. Aja holds her hand up and goes.
Blind monk. Oh, sorry.
No, please.
You go into. He's got a big bag, and he pulls out a stylus, and he sits it down. And he starts pushing stuff across. He's like, I don't get it.
Yeah, I don't sometimes either, to be honest. But it is, behold the better. I don't have the energy for that. Do you mind? Has anyone got a drink or something?
What a wonderful segue. So maybe you all sit down. Would you like to take a second to sort of describe yourself as you all sit down to have a drink, so we can get a full picture of what your character looks like as you drink over this meeting with your Lord and Savior Bazza, I believe. Hannah, would you like to go first?
Sure. Aja's going to. Having expected something a bit cooler from this very mysterious traveler, maybe riches or something a bit more impressive. Just going to head over to the bar, which, it being the Emerald City, I would assume would be my height. Built for.
Yes.
Built for.
It's perfect
people.
for munchkins, yeah.
Yeah, so Aja the Lucky is dressed like most munchkins are, in all one colour. Her jangly hat with bells on tinkles as she walks over to the bar, orders a sort of fizzy green drink, and she goes and sits in a booth and waits for the rest of the gang to join her.
Awesome. Mikey, would you like to... How does Professor George Tips...
Professor, purely for intelligence, is generally permanently just sort of floating in general. And he can only do it for a certain time. He's only little, he does get a little tired. But he's a classic sort of... I can't remember the type of monkey, but a monkey nonetheless. A little monkey, very thin, wearing a purple waistcoat, nothing underneath, tons of bags with parchments and pens and stuff like that, just sort of all falling out of them. Every now and again, he has to stop and pick up a parchment and try to stuff it back into the bag. Joined with a tiny little flying squirrel that's just sits, the adorably cute ones that jump out of trees and float to the other ones, and they've got like little wings, and they're really cute. He wears tiny little glasses, and he's just a classy little fellow. But when you look a little bit closer, he does look a little bit rough. And I feel like he's sort of traveling back and forth from the bar, bringing drinks over, maybe a bit more water, Bazza.
Excellent. Evie, would you like to introduce your aesthetic of your character?
So, Miss Ula is about yay high, like action figure kind of size, kind of all very kind of like bone white, with like blue accents. That's the entire color scheme. And in her mouth is a slightly oversized massive cigar that she's just kind of puffing out every so often. Probably tries to order a whole pint, doesn't go too well, she'd probably drown in it, and enters into a staring contest with the flying squirrel.
Oh, the squirrel stares back.
You don't mess with the cuteness.
Ed, would you like to introduce your character?
Albert goes over and stands by the table and just sort of looms. I mean, I don't know how high the roof would be in here, but they are 7 foot high, and therefore it would probably be leaning over a bit.
The Emerald City is quite actually diverse in its people. It's not as the same as the movies we know. This is a different Wizard of Oz. You would have orcs and goblins and all sorts of races, exotic races living in the Emerald City, all dressed in the signature green, of course.
Yes.
But humans, elves, everyone are welcome. So the tavern itself would be accessible for everyone.
Cool. But in which case, they will just go and stand by the bar. I need no nourishment. Thank you. Not by the bar, by the booth where everybody else is.
All right. You can get drinks for constructs if you would like one, though.
No.
Just not having it. No worries. Yeah, that's all good. How does our Lord and Savior Bazza hold himself up on this table?
So, to understand how Bazza's countenance appears, imagine a sort of cross between Trevor Phillips from GTA 5 and Rick from Rick and Morty. So Bazza is initially in a sort of white undershirt, which is stained with the detritus of life and a night well enjoyed, and some sort of blue, similarly sort of patched and threadbare breeches. But the shoes are all right. The shoes are sort of nice Cuban heels. Obviously been well maintained, well cared for. So he stands at an impressive 5'5" rather than being the normal 5'2". As he's sitting at the table, just a snap of the fingers, the clothes are cleaned and he is dry. Another snap of the fingers once he realizes where he is, and the clothes are green. And then sips his beer, goes, "Oh, this tastes like horse." Snaps his
I
fingers
feel
again.
like as soon as you get clean from being dirty, you just get a water bucket chucked in your face.
I mean, yeah. You almost got Clive. Clive, you're right, mate. Good. Yeah, that would have been bad. Snip. Yeah, Bazza. I mean, you describe Bazza as unkempt, but Bazza has never been kempt.
Nice.
Yeah.
Excellent. Well, as you are drinking and sort of taking in this being, force of nature, as it would call itself, you start to notice the tavern turning. And as you take your last swig, you have to take a second because, well, actually, all make dexterity saving throws.
Straight away? Okay.
But you don't have to
Yeah.
because you weren't drinking, Albert. You're fine.
Oh, I can't drink. I just got my pipe for the aesthetic.
You can totally drink. Like, everyone can drink. It's all fine.
Okay.
So the only person who doesn't have to make a dex saving throw is me.
Yeah, because you weren't drinking. You specifically said, I don't
I
want
did.
anything.
Good.
16.
16, a 10,
12.
14.
14.
That's
What about
like
those?
+5.
I feel like Johnny was drinking as well, so. My tiny little.
Yeah. Make a just a D20 roll for Johnny.
One.
Excellent. Anyone who got above a 12, you just like feel it in your mouth. You like just take it out. Those that got below instantly choke on something. You have to cough it up and spit it out. And as you do, you spit out a coin from your mouth. Johnny, and a coin rivets from this tiny little flying squirrel and just patings off of Albert's head.
Free money!
Why are you firing coins at me? What is going on?
Albert, do you pick up the coin?
No.
No? Okay, awesome.
They will examine it, but can I do a perception or investigation on it?
Yeah, just make a perception check.
Okay. That is a 5.
Awesome. Okay. Well, it's a coin. You can see from because you're just looking at it. You're not going to pick it up. You're just looking at the bottom. You're just like, what is this coin?
Yeah.
Where's this flying squirrel spat a coin at me?
Yes.
But the rest of you, as Albert seems engrossed with this coin on the floor, have noticed that the tavern has shifted. The green colours have been replaced by browns and oaks and yellow candlelight and torchlight. The busy tavern sounds have dulled out to a quiet shuffling. And as you look around, you're within a tavern still, but not the one you started it. It seems to be a bit more, not run down, but not as extravagant as, the Emerald City or the Emerald Tavern. The Emerald Tavern was like a cool bar, whereas this is like a tavern. You look around and there's very few munchkins just drinking on a few drinks. And you, instead of the wonderful glasses that you had with the wonderful sparkling emerald liquids and straws of all shapes and sizes, you've now got a tankard with an empty cup. And as you sort of look around, a big, large barrel with legs walks over and says, Would you like another?
Amazing. I'll be fine, thank you.
Is the coin still? Are we still holding the coin?
Yeah, you're still holding the coin.
I'm gonna put it back in my mouth.
Okay. Yeah. Quick. Are you trying to hide that?
I just kind of want to go back. Like, I was enjoying the vibes of the posh place, and the green. So I was. Put the coin back in my mouth. What happens?
It tastes like a coin would taste.
Can I bite down on it and see if it's like real gold?
Yeah, as you're like nibbling down on this coin, the rest of you, the large walking, talking barrel just sort of goes like, okay then, and just walks away. You notice that there are smaller ones, like same kind of physique barrels, and they seem to have like heads, but they're taps, and their eyes are kind of painted onto the barrels, and the little munchkins are being served by these like smaller barrels jumping around here and there.
Wait, no, hold on. Are they the liquid that they serve is out of themselves?
Yeah, they're like walking, talking barrels.
Hang on, I'll have one.
Okay,
You know what they say, when in Oz, right?
Awesome. So yeah, this big barrel leans over. You can feel the weight and the shadow of it sort of leaning over you, and then it just goes and funnels perfectly into your drink. It fills it right to the top, and as it just gets to the top, it cuts off, and as the froth settles, it goes bloop, and it's finished.
Oh, head. Nice.
Any more for any more?
What kind of up fever dream are we in right now?
This is the Cider Horse. This is my tavern.
George just going to sort of fly to one of the windows and immediately like sort of look through.
Yeah, you look through. Outside, it's no longer the daytime that it once was. It is sort of coming into later in the evening, but the yellow brick road stands outside, going off into the distance, fields and trees in the distance and forests, but you are no longer in the Emerald City.
Ula, or Miss Ula, you might want to come and have a look out here. And he just like points to the window and looks back at the whole group.
Albert will walk over.
Yeah? Are you leaving the coin on the floor?
I am, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I will pick it up.
Excellent. Would you like to inspect the coin?
I would very much. Seeing as I've been nibbling at it, I feel like it's full scale investigate, if that's all right. I think.
Yeah, make an investigation check for me, please.
Yes. Nat 20.
Oh, well, what a time to be alive. The coin is old and worn. It's made of tarnished silver, almost black from being handled. So it's probably not too great to have in your mouth. The taste was probably not.
I've eaten worse.
There is an image of a fey queen with a crown of flowers on the coin's face. On the reverse is an image of a walled city. You notice that the city has a greenish tinge to it, and it even seems to glow a little in the dim light of the candles and torches.
Do I recognize the queen as being one of the witches?
Ooh, make a history check.
Fascinating.
Because we've lost a couple of them since Dorothy has been in.
Mad Dorothy just everything up.
Witches get stitches.
Come on.
No help for a history, so that's a flat 12.
A flat 12, I feel. Let me.
An A cup of a 12.
That's harsh.
So you recognize the city. You're like, that's the Emerald City. But the token seems to be. You're like, I've had these coins for so long on my person. I've lived in Oz for so long, and I've never bothered to ask anyone whose face is on the back of it.
But it looks like a normal Ozian coin.
Yeah, like a queen. Yeah. Well, it looks like a normal Ozian coin, but you're like,
I'm suspicious.
I've never noticed the queen before.
Gotcha. I will join the others at the window and go,
We're all just in one.
I'm just by the professor's feet, just like, excuse me, need a lift.
Yeah, they come down and put 2 maps as like stilts, like wrapped up ones for you.
I balance precariously. If I'm eye level with the squirrel, I just do a little.
Oh, the squirrel's been watching you the entire time, just from on top of the shoulder, just looking at you like.
Ooh. Wait a minute.
Yeah, you look outside and you can see the same. It's just fields upon fields with a twisted yellow brick road.
Now, with my extensive knowledge of places, because I am incredibly knowledgeable about places, do I recognize where we are?
Oh, you definitely know where you are on your map.
Okay, I will find the correct one or the one I wish to find. Open it up and show everybody. Oh, we're here. And I'll point straight at it.
Are you sure?
Do you want to make an investigation check on the map?
Would I?
Yeah, just to see if you. Well, anybody could make.
Give an investigation check on the map. Oh, 7. Looks absolutely fine.
I can.
Yeah. Who else made a roll? Evie, did you make a roll? You make a face like you made a roll.
Well, I got a 3, so.
We're just going to take whatever Professor Tips has to offer.
That's an 18.
Ooh.
Excellent. So Albert, Missoula, you're looking at this map and you're like, oh, well, George has pointed to this tavern on the map and there is a building and this is the map and there's a yellow road, so presumably, he knows where we are. Yeah. Aja, you've travelled the yellow brick road for quite a while now.
Sure, it's not Cav.
Yeah. You're like, you know Munchkin Land when you see it.
I'm from Munchkin Land.
Exactly. You looked outside and you went, home. And you looked at that map and went, what the is that? This map is, you've never seen anything so wrong in your life.
Fascinating.
See, and I feel like you're like look across and where all 3 of us are looking. And he's like, see, I hand drew this. I spent hours doing this one. It took me ages. I followed like nearly maps every single brick road, and then sort of slowly looks at you.
Aja's gonna be like, did you copy this from someone? Because it looks whack. Wrong. Whack. Weird. Incorrect.
This is a shame.
You've heard my name, right? It's got Professor at the start. And then re-shows you it.
The way you say that makes me doubt your credentials.
The little flying squirrel on George's shoulder is just looking at George with big wide open eyes like,
oh no.
Anyway, we'll return to the maps and then quickly wraps it back up and puts it in. We can, we'll go back to it. I'll show you exactly what it means.
Well, if we follow the yellow brick road, it'll take us back to the Emerald City. Every fool knows that.
Do we need to be in the Emerald City?
I have things to do with my life.
I thought the reason we were here was to see what the fuss was about Baz.
And now we weren't where we started. My coin is weird, but it's legal tender. And I just...
This sounds like the start of an adventure to me. I think this is a good thing. At least it won't be boring.
There's a large belch from where Bazza is still drinking his ale. This is a Thursday for Bazza.
It had been too quiet.
Yeah, the large cask is just sort of sat next to you
yeah.
It's been a good day. We made quite a bit of money from the local populace. Would you like another? And then it pours you a drink.
read my mind.
And then it pours you a drink. It's like, you are going to pay for this, right?
The thing about money, right? Money is an abstract concept of the value of things. So, technically speaking, what we need here is an equal exchange of value, which can, of course, take the form of money, but money is really just a material representation of something that you need that I have. So
the barrel
question
turns
is,
to you guys and is like, you guys are going to pay, right?
I don't understand what he's saying.
I don't know what you mean. I have no money.
The rest of you would have money. You have jobs and lives. Albert has just dragged themselves out of a cavern, and Bazza is clearly a scammer at best.
Generally, everybody buys Bazza drinks, honestly.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah.
That's fair. I believe that.
I'm an urchin and I've scrounged for every last gold piece I've got.
I've got gold, but I just assumed Basil was going to buy. I don't have anything on me.
A local map.
So,
Could trade you a local map.
see, we have something you need. You have something I need vis-a-vis beer. This is what we call bartering. Good. Like we are. Yeah, have you heard of Bazza of everywhere? Now specifically Oz.
As you are trying to come this large barrel out of his money, you notice that just because it's getting late, the other munchkins have been leaving through the door as you've been looking through the maps and stuff, and the tavern itself has emptied itself out, and the other little cider horses have stopped and they're watching this go on, and the big cider barrel sort of like, as the last door closes, just sort of like looks around and then says, all right, let's move it. Come on, I'm a busy barrel. Get to work.
Can I just go to Albert and just try to say up the massive height? What if we tip them over? I don't think he can get back up.
Can you all make a DC wisdom saving throw for me, please? Apart from you, Albert.
Oh, really? Okay.
I haven't had a drink at this place, but all right.
You choked on something, didn't you?
Grim.
Oh, come on. Get your head out of the gut.
Was it wisdom saving throw you said?
Twas indeed.
That's a mighty 6.
I rolled a 1.
A
Which
1?
matches my wisdom score. A 1.
A 1 and a 12.
Nice.
Excellent. What would you like to do next?
I want to leave. I want to get home.
Okay.
Yellow Brick Road.
Holly, Yellow Brick Road.
Albert is going to wait and see what happens with Bazza. As far as they can tell, it is the most entertaining thing in this tavern, and therefore they want to stick around and see what happens.
Do you want to attempt to go home then, Adja?
Yeah, please.
All right. Could you roll me another wisdom, just a straight wisdom roll at disadvantage to leave?
I'm not kidding.
Cocked. Okay, so at disadvantage, that is 9.
You turn towards the door, but then find yourself picking up empty cups from the tables and putting them away.
What? Oh no! Somebody else tried to leave!
That is interesting.
Could you all make wisdom rolls at disadvantage for me, please, apart from you, Albert?
And
Okay.
me? Again?
No, you're cleaning up.
You're gone already.
It's a 3.
Oh, wow.
That's,
5.
5.
A 5, excellent. Yeah, you all start clearing up and tidying away all the chairs, putting them on top of the benches, just generally making the place look spick and span. You notice that a few other munchkins come out from the back around you. Was there anything you'd like to do, Albert, whilst this is happening?
That was what I was going to say. Albert is just going to be standing there with his arms crossed, without a sort of beaming look on his face, but they are finding this incredibly entertaining. It's the thing of, what's it called, the Fantasia thing with the mops. and it feels like something has got to go wrong here. But Albert is finding it extremely funny.
It's already gone wrong.
The smaller barrels are sort of like keeping an eye on everyone doing their work, and other munchkins start to come in through the back doors and start also helping you tidy up. And then one by one start to leave through the back door, and you notice that they all have a little drink of the big barrel's cider as it comes out. One of the smaller barrels sort of like comes up to you, Albert, and he's like, "You're new?
Yes, I think I am.
Did you arrive today?"
Yes, not too long ago.
Okay. Nice to meet you. My name's Bubbles.
Name's what?
Bubbles.
Hello,
Bubbles,
Bubbles.
darling. Everybody knows.
Bubbles, darling, is a good name. I am glad that you have it. My name is Albert Rumblebat.
Excellent. He goes to, well, it goes to shake your hand, but it's got no hands. It's just got little stubby legs and a hose for a head. So it just sort of like goes.
Albert's going to sort of pat it gently.
Yeah. It goes on its business. You notice that there is another flying monkey that comes in and also helps out, and another munchkin that seems to be doing some sort of accounting. You're called over by the big one. Do you wish to go over?
Yes.
The rest of you?
All right, okay. I was going to ask if I had enough self-awareness to be singing a work song.
You could be just doing it in your drunken state.
Are you ever blowing bubbles? Pretty bubbles in the air. Bubbles is my mate. Prestidigitate. Sorry.
I'd like to ask one of the fellow munchkins who's working, like, can you stop? What's going on?
Yeah, this other munchkin looks a bit tired and he's like, "No, we can't stop. I can't talk. They might be here. They might be listening." And then he just gets back to work.
Interesting. Can I try Thieves' Cant?
Ooh.
Yeah. So what do you want to say in Thieves' Cant?
I want to say, have you ever seen anyone escape?
Highs or lows?
Highs.
In rhythmic Thieves' Cant's back, you hear, "No one has ever escaped." And then he just looks down and starts getting on with his work. But do you all approach the large cider?
Do we have a choice?
Absolutely not. I'm going to hide behind some of the others.
So you want to hide?
I would like to whisper to whoever is closest. Again, we can just tip them over.
You want to try tip them over?
Well, I can't. I'm
barrel.
Tiddy.
I'm going.
Wait, no, Tiddy.
Albert is going to go over to the big barrel.
Well, the rest of you, whether or not you want to do it, have to roll a disadvantage. Just a wisdom save. Well, not a wisdom save, just a wisdom roll.
Another one.
Disadvantage. Yeah, just a wisdom disadvantage.
Professor Tips hasn't got much.
If I roll a flat wisdom check, that's a -2. At least my wisdom save is a +0.
Unfortunately, it's just a wisdom check, my friend.
With disadvantage.
With disadvantage.
Oh, let's go for those negatives.
Yeah.
With disadvantage, 17.
Nice.
Wow.
With disadvantage, 16.
Nice.
Disadvantage 7, but this is kind of an interesting magical phenomenon, so I don't really mind. Let's go.
Oh, you can totally choose to just do what it says.
Yeah, let's go. See where this takes us. It's giving me drinks. It's fine.
Professor Tips is right behind you, Banzer.
Awesome. Miss Ula and Aja, your sort of stubbornness to push this barrel over and your fear to hide from it have managed to stay still where you are, but the other two just sort of walk alongside Albert, and then the barrel goes, "Get your drinks, come on, drink up." Can you make another wisdom if you don't want to, Aja and Ula? And Professor and I feel like Bazza's going to take a drink regardless.
It's a disadvantage again.
Is a disadvantage again.
Cool.
Oh.
Ooh. Sorry, I rolled a 19 and a 20.
Nice.
So I got a dirty 20.
Unfortunately, Aja, you feel your hand grabbing hold of an empty tankard and walking towards the barrel and letting it fill it up and then drinking. Professor Jaws tips, you two are drinking. Baza, I feel happily drinking.
Oh, yeah.
And Ula, you can feel the pull within your soul to do what this thing says, but you say no. And what do you want to say?
I'd say, this, you bunch of yellow brick. I'm out, and I try and leave.
Yeah. Roll another wisdom at disadvantage.
Okay. 12.
Hitched me and gone with him.
You turn to leave and start walking towards the barrel. In your head,
Very
you're walking out the
angrily.
door, but you're like, wait, my eggs are here.
I realise I'm there and just say, I'm here because I changed my mind, not because I didn't have a choice in it.
Awesome.
You don't have a choice. What do you mean?
Let's just go.
You're being controlled.
So are
This is
you.
even funnier than I thought. Wait, you would not want to be controlled.
No.
Who is doing this to you?
All right. Time for you to go to bed. And he just sort of like shuffles out the door.
Okay.
Very awkwardly.
How tall is this thing?
It's massive. It's
like 30 feet.
huge. It's like, let me get the exact, I'll get the exact height of it. It's, I believe it's a large construct. So it's probably about as big as the room.
Oh, well, okay. So, given what Albert's just figured out, they're going to try and grab hold of the barrel, if that's like physically possible.
Yeah, go for it. Make a grapple check.
Okay.
Push them over.
Is that athletics? Yeah.
Yes, it is indeed.
Oh, for pity's sake! I don't think I've rolled above a 10 thus far. That's a 9. Keep hold of my. Oh no, I don't seem to have got you.
Yeah, your hands like grab onto the rivets, and it's like little bum shuffle just sneaks out of the door as you try to grab it. It's just like, all right, good night, and it just sort of like barrels. It barrels through the door.
That's it, we can end the stream here.
That's it. Yeah. Thank you for playing with us. We're all together. We've really enjoyed playing.
10 points of psychic damage.
As the last few cider horses leave as well, the last one sort of turns to Albert, is like, "Say that, Albert," and then just bubbles out.
Please don't take away these people. Well, hang on. So everyone's just left, as in.
Apart from another munchkin at the table going through accounts, and a flying monkey that seems to be just slowly cleaning the floor with a mop.
Okay. Wait, you were you forced to do that?
Yes.
That is a shame. I wish I had done something earlier. I'm so sorry. I did not realize. I thought it was just a dance. It was a very funny dance, I thought. Oh well. What do we do now?
I'm going to try and leave again.
I wouldn't try that, you hear from the bar.
Oh, okay.
Explain what the is going on then, please.
Well, my name's Kirikou. And, well, things aren't going well here, really. We were all from the local village, Orchid Crossing, and, well, we've fallen into the same trap as you, really. And there's not really much point trying to escape, so let's just do what they say and not get into trouble. And she just keeps counting.
And well, I'll try this, and then with my flying 50 foot, I'm just going to try and go straight through a window.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, you just smash through a window.
Straight outside.
Yeah, you totally just
Did it
smashed
work?
Yeah, you're outside.
Great, I follow.
Cool, yeah, you open the door.
No, I go through the window.
Oh, you
Yes. That was outrageous. Are we all going that way?
What happens
Yeah,
if you try to leave then?
She just looks up and she just says, "Damn," and then she looks outside sorrowfully at the two people that have just left, and then goes back to counting.
Shall I swoop down and pick Ula up so we're a bit more together?
Nice.
Yeah, I'll swoop
Yes,
down
please.
and I'll hover around 30 foot up, just being like looking around.
This pairing should definitely be a permanent thing. I love it.
I feel like you've got one squirrel, the squirrel on one shoulder, and me on the other, and us just kind of.
Yeah. Well, the devil and angel thing, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm just sort of gonna do like a 360 turn, check the area out, looking all seriousness and stuff. But like,
The flying squirrel's on your shoulder, looking serious as well.
oh, Johnny Vegas is ready and going.
On the other side, it's Johnny Vegas.
Johnny Vegas,
Awesome.
Johnny.
Professor George Tips.
On the other side, I just kind of see the squirrel. I'm like, and I take out a little gemstone. I look through it, and I cast Prismic Sight.
Nice. Do you want to explain what that does?
It basically makes me see good.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you want to look through and make a perception check for anything in particular?
Yes, I would.
I do something similar as well as these two spells are going on and cast Primeval Awareness. To sense whether aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead are present in 1 mile of us.
Cool. Okay. Oh, 1 mile of you.
Yeah.
Oh,
So that might be a little too vague.
I was going to say that's some pretty that's a lot of
I
stuff.
want to know everything.
Yeah, well, yeah.
Okay, Evie, how did your perception go?
18.
Nice.
Nice. You're like looking around and you just see that you're in the middle of this large orchard. You can see apples growing. Even though it's getting dark now, your gem and your prismatic sight is being able to really enhance the nighttime that is slowly falling upon you. You gather if you follow the road, you could probably be out of here in like the next 30 minutes, but flying boy McFly, probably 15. But you sense within a mile, you're like, what can I feel? And you can just feel like the regular fae sort of around the forest area about a mile away in the more bunched up direction. No undead, no celestials or anything like that.
Okay. I guess Tips will turn and sort of fly almost down to the window slightly and then just shout, "Are you coming?"
Just to everybody in general?
Yeah, just like into the tavern through the window. You just see the 3 heads appear out of the darkness.
I will see what they are doing, and we'll go over. I'm assuming everyone has already left by the window, so I think Albert is going to leave by the window too.
There is no longer a window, it's just a hole in a wall.
Yeah, that's what so that seems to be the exit point, so they will go and do that.
I love how there's a perfectly good door next to it.
Yeah, but definitely not taking that. No point.
D&D, you don't ever go near doors.
No.
Just like the first rule.
Yeah, not unless you have to.
Especially if the DM says, "Well, aren't you going through the door?" Reasons. Are there any drinks left?
The barrels have gone away. Unfortunately, they are not about.
Were the mugs quite nice?
They were just like regular iron tankards.
Well, it's a memento, isn't it? I'd like to try and whip a tankard into my hand.
Yeah, make an attack roll.
Do that.
Sweet. Let's use me whippy whip. That is a 23.
Oh my gosh.
You whip a tankard.
Right, I suppose we're gonna go about an adventure. Got my memento. Just put that next to my bandolier of knives that I should have previously mentioned. Let's assume I did. I'm gonna try and just flip through the window because.
Oh no!
You said flip. Make an acrobatics check. Wait. How drunk would you say Bazza is?
Pretty drunk, but Bazza's always drunk.
I was going to say, I feel like he's in his best.
Yeah.
Like a real true drunken master. Yeah.
Round about like sort of peak bowling darts pool level.
Ping pong, all of that stuff. Exactly.
Only gets up for karaoke after 5 beers.
That's a 15. And also, like, if you're drunk, you take less fall damage. Known fact.
Ragdoll.
Bounce.
You're stood outside, hovering. Albert just sort of brushes off the detritus of the rest of the window/wall, and from nowhere, 2 feet appear, followed by a head and a body as it lands perfectly in gymnastic form, Bazza in all its glory.
That was impressive. Yeah.
Hold up a little number 3.
Yeah.
That's out of 3. Thanks. This feels weird, just looking down at the clean clothes, and then I prestidigitate to soil myself. That's better. Right.
I mean, if you wanted to soil yourself, you should just roll the Constitution check.
Just relax.
It's magical fluxes and stuff. Yeah,
Aja.
flux it.
Everybody's outside.
Stop being suspicious.
Do you want to stay inside?
Don't be a
You're right. You're in.
From Professor George's Tip's shoulder, you hear, "Yeah, come on."
I was just gonna look at the people sat in the rest of the bar and go, "No, but seriously, what happens?"
The Munchkin lady looks over at the monkey. The monkey looks over at the Munchkin lady. She just says, "Well, if you wait here with us, you'll find out when they come back."
I'm just gonna leave.
Just through the window, just vaguest answer ever.
Yeah. I follow the rest of the gang.
You guys are outside. Which way do you want to go?
Follow the yellow brick road.
Indeed.
Oh, Yellow Brick Road.
Hang on, are we going sort of north or south on it? If you see what I mean.
Back towards
Well, I guess when
Emerald City.
when you did the mile thing. Sorry, just remind me what was sensed.
Just Faye in the forest.
Just stay.
Which
Yeah.
was- right. So
Yeah.
we don't want to go towards them. We do.
Sadly, no dragons.
Exactly.
Probably we do want to go towards them.
Okay. So you start. Yeah, heading that.
If we're going towards the sort of Fey presence, let's do that. Considering that was the only thing that came up.
I assume we travel via skipping?
Yes,
Obviously.
please.
Make some fey while the sun shines.
So the sun isn't shining; it's getting quite dark.
Let's make some
actually.
fey while the darkness shines. Ruins my syntax.
Makes you
Still
seem
beautiful,
very
though.
emo though.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Let's make some Fey while the darkness shines.
Darkness is everywhere because I'm everything, including the darkness. So
This is how Bazza is just waffling whilst we're
Yeah.
going along.
yeah,
It's like reflective drunk.
yeah. We've never been quite like this before, have we, Clive? And those people seem all right, and just muttering away.
You start to head towards the forest, and about 5 minutes in, you start to feel it in your stomach as you regurgitate, and part of the cider comes out of you, but bubbling up, and it burns your insides, and you can feel it from the pit of your stomach all the way through to your face as it spurts out of your mouth or your nose, and you take 3 points of damage.
What kind of damage?
Poison.
What if I'm immune? Does that still count if it's from the inside?
Ooh.
If you're immune to poison damage, you just have a very uncomfortable moment.
Great.
Can I mitigate this damage either by cooling the bile as it comes out, or by reflavoring it so at least it's a more pleasant experience?
Flavoring the bile.
you can try to cast Prestidigitate. I'd say make a Constitution roll at disadvantage as it comes out.
What is your preferred flavour?
That's 16.
And what would you like it to flavor like?
Strawberries.
Burning strawberries burst from your right nostril.
I didn't think that through. It's daiquiri time all over again.
Oh no.
And then you get hit in the face with a bucket of water.
This is just going to be a constant thing. I love it. This human is Baz a human? Sorry.
Yes. Well, Bazza appears human.
Right.
Bazza is all things and all peoples.
The immediate whatever Bazza presents as, Albert is just going to assume that that's what it is.
Yeah.
This human is very amusing. They seem to live it seems to live its life on a better sphere of enjoyment than many of us do.
Well, you see, Albert, right? Time might be experienced as a linear pattern, but actually it's more like a sphere or a trapezoid. So if every time is all the time, you might as well just live in the present, and that's the Bazza way.
I'm not drunk enough for this.
Little Johnny Vegas coughs up all over Professor George Tip's shoulder. And he's like, "Oh, what's that saying? It sounds like." And just coughs out more.
I second that, you weak little.
You just coughs like out of his nose.
And I use
my spittoon.
On my shoulders.
Oh no! Stop barfing everywhere, people.
They should call this drink Outsider.
Good.
Point of inspiration.
Yes.
An inspiration die to use at any time. That's advantage for you. That was beautiful.
That was very good. But so, apart from getting damage done to you, is there any actual effect from it?
Oh, you mean do you get the effect of poison?
Yeah, right now you're just taking poison damage at the moment.
Can I use my poisoner's kit to try and, I don't know, mitigate this?
You know yourself that you would have to know what's poisoning you before you could get a suitable antidote.
That answers my question.
If that makes sense, you'd have to at least have a sample of what it was that was poisoning you.
Well, everyone's barfing up everywhere. Can we not just sort of pick up some of that, or is that not?
That would be contaminated.
Okay, cool.
I'm going to. I saw Bazza pocket the tankard, right?
Yeah, well, it's hanging off his dagger, I believe.
Yeah, off a belt.
I'm going to frantically grab the tankard and see if there's any little droplets left over of Outsider.
You could have just got your own souvenir.
A highs or low check again.
Lows this time, please.
You look and the mug is empty. It seems Bazza has licked this one dry.
Well, you didn't expect there to be any left in it, did you?
Sorry.
I was taking the mickey out of Bazza, which I shouldn't have been. Carry on.
I'd argue that's a more worthy excuse than what I was going to say. But I was just going to be. So I'm fine. Shall I just go get help?
I think I'm fine too. If you want me to, how will we help this?
I mean, there's got to be someone around here who knows how to stop poison. I assume.
To be honest, if we can figure out what it is, I'm sure there's a plant or something in the bushes that I could figure out to like.
In which case, we need to go back and talk to that big barrel again. I would like to do that.
I don't want to.
I'm
Use the empirical methods, just grabbing a leaf and
start eating it.
What if it's because we consumed his lifeblood that we are now tethered to his location?
As this horrific point is being made, you all regurgitate again.
wasn't the right leaf.
2 points of damage.
Let's try this one.
I love how you're like eating as you're like regurgitating.
Not my first rodeo.
not the first time I've had this. Right, we need to figure this out because we're slowly just going to die.
Well, that's okay.
It seems that the further we get from the location, the more that this poison is manifesting, which means that it's probably centered upon a point tethered either to the barrel or the location itself. It's quite a nice, actually quite a tricky little enchantment when you think about it.
Bazza. You hear that in your head.
Clive?
Nice one, Bazar.
Hello?
Nice one, Bazar. And then it slowly disappears into the distance.
Is there any animals around?
Johnny Vegas puts his hand up.
Yeah, I'm looking at one, mate.
Apart from him, because he won't be helpful.
Well, it's Clive, but Clive doesn't know these parts, so he's very little to say on anything other than the subject of ale, to be honest.
Can I do like a glance around and look for any
Yeah,
animals
make a perception
hiding?
check.
I will. Yeah, no, I can help you with that.
Ooh.
Cool. So with advantage then. Or I just rolled something I didn't mean to.
I can't. I'm with you today, Ed. I can't roll above a 10. Okay, with modifiers, that's a 14.
Yeah, no, the nighttime sort of breeds quiet time. You can't even see this Clive that Bazar was talking of. One would say that maybe Clive doesn't exist at all.
I feel like we can unpack that later.
Save that for later.
Yeah.
But yeah, just like maybe owls in the distances.
That's what I was trying to do.
Yeah, no, I loved it. I thought, you know what, rock with that. But yeah, maybe owls in the very, very distance of the forest.
Can I cast Animal Friendship and try just like coast one over?
Awesome.
What's the range of it?
30 feet. But I can fly 50 foot, so I feel like I probably could catch one.
You've got a radius of like 160 feet, depending.
Yeah, if you wanna attempt to fly towards the forest.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
How high are you gonna go? You gonna attempt to get like to the tree height?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. What are you just flying off? Are you telling anyone what you're doing?
I'm just gonna say very vaguely, I'm gonna go find an animal and just disappear.
But
Go with him, Clive.
just for point of order, he's going off the Is flying off over there meaning that he's going further away from? Interesting. Good. Glad we're.
Oh yeah, Professor Tips would not have thought that through. I don't know. It's
You're taking off flying, and you haven't told anyone where you're going yet.
yeah, and most likely has not remembered that Ula was on his shoulder.
Miss Ula, please. But yeah, no idiots in the moment. I'm just hanging on, legs flying.
Having the time of your life, except for the vomiting.
I lost my cigar.
Aww.
Clean it up for you.
A few minutes will pass as you fly, like descend into the sky. Oh, ascend into the sky.
Yes, ascend.
Yeah, you don't descend into the sky. Depends on your
Gravity.
which way's up for you. Yeah, I guess.
Indeed.
And you take all of you take 4 points of damage.
I would have tried sort of moving 6 feet back towards the pub to see if that made any difference.
As you like sneakily move 6 foot and you're looking up at the monkey, you just regurgitate.
What type of damage?
It's poison, so you're fine. You're just regurgitating what you.
I'm really badly hurt now, lads.
Yeah.
How many?
Well, it's four, but I'd say I'm going to be kind and say that you were only 30 feet up in the air. Could you please make a Constitution saving throw for me, please, Mike?
Oh crap! This is quite important. Well, actually,
but I don't want to.
I don't.
We have to.
And this is
A what?
13.
You and just like explode midair. Miss Ula and Johnny Vegas also coughing up behind you, and well, I guess on either side of your little head. Your wings start to like straighten out as you convulse, but you manage to catch yourself on the wind as you slowly bring yourself to a stop midair.
Okay, I'll just look at Miss Ula and say, "Shall we just go back? I don't know if this is worth it anymore."
Yeah, you do look a bit dodgy.
Yeah,
I'm fine. I can keep going.
I don't feel so good. And he's just going to sort of almost like glide down and not relying on any energy.
That's fair.
Weird question.
Yeah.
Can I use Johnny Vegas as a mount?
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to say yeah. Just because that is cool.
That's awesome.
I can continue the mission.
Yeah.
Going to definitely have to persuade Johnny Vegas since you haven't insulted him.
I mean, I don't know how many hit points Johnny Vegas has, but I'm pretty sure they'll have been nearly all gone through.
Oh, yeah. God damn it.
Did you roll for hit points for Johnny Vegas? We'll just say for the sake of
He's immune.
He's dead. Nah. He's fine.
It turns ethereal, and now you can only see Johnny's Vegas.
If I could give out more than one inspiration, I would. I love it. Okay, so you start to glide down and join the rest of the gang. 6 foot apart from them all is Bazza throwing up on the floor.
I feel like this experiment needs more refining. I
feel like we run back. We kill them.
Yeah, they look pretty flammable.
Cool, so you start to run back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am very happy to go back and do this. Let us do this. Hooray.
Yep. I also want to kill that munchkin because they could have just been more clear about what would happen.
As you like run back, do you go through the window door or the door?
Oh, the window. It's always the window.
Well, actually, in which case, if we're just running at it, which I'm very keen that we're doing, then Albert is going to go for the window the other side of the door, if you see what I mean. He's trying to go through that.
Yeah.
So it can be just
clearly one in, one out.
Yeah, exactly.
You don't want to get splinters on the way back in, because that was the out splinters. So when you go out, exactly.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah, go for it. Make just make an athletics check for me.
I think that's
straight. Yeah.
Oh, finally, 16.
A perfectly
more than 10.
Albert shape is replacing the window frame.
Excellent.
Like that cartoonish, like.
Yes, exactly. And then land. Where the hell is that barrel?
The munchkin from the bar is like, just as you like get in, finishes counting, puts the lid down and goes, I told you it wasn't a good idea.
Oh no, I'm fine. Where's everyone else?
They slowly drag themselves in. I feel like Miss Ula's just sat on the professor's shoulder quite happily.
Yeah.
Through the window.
Does anyone actually have some healing magic? I was just thinking. Do we not?
Got mending?
Well, yes, which is great for us. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to go straight for one of the empty glasses and frantically search for dregs of whatever the we've consumed.
They've all been cleaned, unfortunately, as you cleaned the bar.
Of course.
You do notice, as you're like coursing through, there are like a few beds been made on the floor.
Munchkin, does your smug vagueness grant you immunity to fire damage? Just a question, just asking for a friend. Clive's the friend.
Yeah, from the ethereal darkness. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I did warn you not to go.
Yeah, you said like, oh, see what happens when you come. You could have said like there'd be vomit, right? I only like to vomit when I choose to.
Well,
very vague on the whole. You know, if I go out in the lash on a piss out, that's fine, right? But could have saved me. It feels like a lot of acidic strawberry stuff. You know, I've gone from the window to the door, and now the vomit's running down my drawers. I don't like it.
You did the strawberry yourself, you...
Yeah, but that was like mitigation sort of thing. Anyway, point is, your communication skills could use a lot of work.
Well,
that's what I'm saying.
In fairness, I was talking to her, and she points towards Aja.
And Aja's going to be like, You could have been clearer to me.
No, that's fair.
I mean, we were just standing right there. I don't know. It was,
I was counting. And she like taps the box. Anyway, I think maybe you should all have a rest. Minch has made your beds. And she points to the beds on the floor. And the flying monkey is like in a little hammock in a corner.
Oh, I want to... okay.
Does anyone need cleaning before they sleep?
I've got
Take it.
2 separate people's vomit on me, so yes, please.
However many casts of prestidigitation it takes.
I feel like he's like pretending that he's in a shower as you do it. Cleaning his hair.
Oh, yes.
If I had a bucket of water, I'd throw it on you. That's kind of our thing now. That's how it shows with friends.
But that joke will carry on until it gets, really like bad, and then it'll get funny again at some point. We'll just see how long it takes.
We've only got 3 hours and not enough. Let's see.
Comedy is like me, eternal.
Yeah.
And with that, Asha's going to, having had maybe one of the least exciting, the least enjoyable days recently in her life, just go, tomorrow we are going to have a chat. And then going to crawl into bed and take that rest.
Was she talking to us?
I think she was talking to me, says the munchkin at the bar.
Oh.
And you see just out from underneath this sort of... yeah.
Nice.
Everybody's been suspicious.
So...
Write my journal, turn in.
I was going to say, because Albert and Miss Ula don't need to rest, do we need to rest? Well, neither of us are actually hurt, are we?
No, we're fine.
In which case, I'm going to go over to you once everyone is sort of vaguely bedded down. I think we should have a look around. What do you think?
Beats playing the squirrel at cards and losing again.
That is-
Squirrel.
The squirrel's definitely with you.
The squirrel's like put down some cards and it's got like a nice little stack of coins next to it that it's laying on. Just like arms behind its
Embedded
head.
its winnings. That's
I'm
amazing.
Yeah.
suspicious that it's hiding cards under its wing flaps or something.
It's been searching somewhere. Let's have a look around, and Albert will pick you up and put you on their shoulder. Does that? Yeah, that makes the most sense, I think.
Yes.
Onwards,
my noble steed.
We're going to the woods. Okay.
You can go outside. You can go further inside.
Well, that's
you
what I
can
was thinking.
Check the surrounding area. You just went straight out.
Well, yeah. I feel as though we should perimeter the inn, and then see if there is anything unusual, and then maybe go off to the woods. That could be fun.
Sounds good. Yes. So we'll do like a spiral formation and then woods if applicable.
Cool.
Yes.
So, for brevity, as you walk around, are you trying to be quiet? Or are you just...
Not really. I think there's a slight pride in sort of indestructibleness from, well, I don't know from Miss Ula, but definitely from Albert.
From the glass man?
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I'm very smug.
Yeah.
You whistling?
I don't think we can. I think if we do, it comes out sort of, and I just.
I'm just gonna make just pretending to whistle.
Yeah, that's all we can really do.
Yeah.
I did imagine that Albert had some sort of like he tried to at some point scratch the shapes of eyes onto his face so that they would be more like what's it called? Reasonable for other people to look at.
It's
But,
absolutely terrifying.
Yeah, a little bit. Just to scratch
Create
it
a
along the
complete
eyes.
uncanny valley.
Yeah.
So yeah,
what do we see on our first like circle of the inn?
you go around the entire tavern. You can see that there is like a large outhouse barn conversion. Basically, has made this tavern. There seems to be the main section where you guys are in, and then behind it is more of the barn. Is what you imagine when this was once a farmhouse. Then surrounding it is just orchard. Just lots and lots of orchard with apples growing in large trees that you can see.
Okay, so having gone round it once, shall we carry on in the spiral, or do we want to set off in one direction?
I think think we should get some of those. Get some of those apples. I think they are.
Ah.
They might like the organics might like it for breakfast, and then we can off to the forest.
I think this is a good plan. Let us pick some apples. This is very bucolic.
Nice.
And then
Do you want to roll a d10?
Okay. Wake up. Sorry, my computer's decided to get.
Alright.
D10. There we are. So we managed to pick, I'm assuming, 5 apples.
5 apples.
Will do.
Yeah. It's like pitch black now. You're kind of getting to like the real
we got
dark of night.
Yeah, I was going to say, have we got any dark vision? I suppose we don't.
Nope.
Okay,
Nope.
if it's completely
But-
black, and okay, and then but we can
Like
still
5 apples in, you're like,
Yeah.
I've forgotten that it was midnight.
Usually it doesn't make that much of a difference if there's like a city around you, but like if we're just in what's apparently a massive orchard, then I think we should go back now.
I do have fireballs. I can just keep doing like a flamethrower
Oh.
so that we can see our way.
That sounds amazing. Do that. So
Can I do
there's a
that?
fireball. Let's set
Yeah,
fire to some trees.
fireball.
Yes.
Are you being careless with said fireball?
I'm being more careless than I should be, but still relatively strategic.
Alright, highs or lows?
I'm going with those. Give me those high action.
You, I guess, foresee the inevitable destruction that you might cause and decide that instead of shooting outwards, you shall shoot upwards, and thus not burning any trees. You can collect more apples if you wish.
Let's get another D10 apples and see.
I'd say you could carry probably about, between the two of you, you
Yeah.
could probably have 15 apples.
I mean, I can probably carry 2 at a push.
This is like
Exactly.
this.
And I'm just like,
Yeah.
how about
Maybe
these
one,
apples?
maybe one between your ankles.
Yes, exactly. Balanced on one. Okay, cool. Yeah, that what I mean is that's fine. Like Albert very much enjoys this sort of pyrotechnical show, but then once it starts getting a bit boring, then yes, then let's go back inside.
We're
Awesome.
not going to try the forest.
Well, the thing is, if neither of us can see, I think it's quite foolish to go all the way out in there where we just don't know what we're doing. That is splitting the party in a quite impressive way.
Roll a
Intelligence check? No.
history check,
Oh,
both
okay.
of you.
Okay. Ooh,
Normal services resumed. That's a 5.
17.
Nice.
Makes a lot of sense for your characters as well, because Albert, you are freshly out of the mines.
Yep.
Whereas Miss Ula, you've been around and about. You know that to travel the Yellow Brick Road, or the YBR, as it's called by the cool
Like the kids.
Yeah, the kids and the hippity hoppities. Essentially, that's the safest road to travel, but even then there is slight danger. But to go off the Yellow Brick Road is, well,
Not a good call.
crazy, one would say. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, come on, Glass. Let's get back in there.
Ooh, say it again.
Glass. Glass.
Oh,
Glass.
Stop it at once.
That is your name now. It is no longer Albert.
Well,
Awesome.
that was only ever the name of my creator. I think glass is excellent.
We'll reintroduce you when the organics wake up.
Very well. Hooray! I have a new type.
Awesome. So, you guys go back and rest in your constructed rest. I believe it's just sat still for a while. Maybe play cards with each other for a bit.
Not against the squirrel.
No, the squirrel's asleep. The squirrel's won. You notice that as you move to get the cards, the squirrel just, like, very sleepily puts its hands more over the money than it has.
The squirrel.
Yeah. You guys wake the next morning to the large booming voice. All right, get back to work.
Is that a long rest now?
It would be considered a long rest. You are all long rested.
Goodbye, poison damage. Ooh,
But yes, the large barrel is stood in the middle of the room saying, come on, back to work with you. First of all, you're going to have to fix those windows.
Can I roll whiz to resist?
You can indeed.
Fuck's sake. Okay. Well, I don't resist.
Does anybody
Still
else wanna-
disadvantage.
Yeah, it's all
With disadvantage as a 6.
5.
Am I able to take any actions if I'm also doing what I've been told to do?
Yes. No, if you do what you're doing, you're fine.
Yeah, because I will follow the instructions because I'm kind of curious about how this works. But I would like to cast the cantrip prismatic sight. That also gives advantage on all ability checks to reveal the identity and origin of a creature or object. I'm assuming that the barrels are either magically enchanted or magically constructed. So I'm looking to sort of see if there's like a magic signature, if you like, or try and get a sense of how the spell's been done.
Make a investigation check, I guess, at advantage, whilst you're slowly getting
Picking up a hammer.
Yeah.
Struggling with the weight of nails. I was hoping for Arcana, but I'll take investigation. That is a dirty 20.
Oh, I would say, yeah,
Take that.
Dirty 20 is
Let's
fine.
do that. Yeah, that's fine.
But yeah,
Lovely.
okay.
Mm.
Yummy.
You inspect them as you're like getting on with it. Everybody else is having to get on with fixing the doors. I'm not sure if Glass Tits, do you help fix the doors?
No, this is what I was saying. Like,
The windows.
Glass Tits, what they appreciate is because I'm assuming that there is some kind of rhythm to the way that people are going. So it is like the Fantasia thing. So they're kind of just sort of clapping along. Well done, everyone. Keep going.
Yeah, as you all, with Miss Ula presumably using the mending cantrip, and you're using hammers and nails and spare pieces of wood that have been provided by the large cider horse barrel, you look at it as it barks these orders, come on, I'm a very busy barrel, and all these kinds of things. And you see like a little engraving. You would usually recognize it as the word that's part of your name, Oz, but this time it's spelt the other way around. And at that point, we will take a break.
So,
Okay.
So yes, we'll see you in the next 5 to 10 minutes, guys. Keep on Wizard of Oz. We'll see you soon. Okay, welcome back to part 2 of Wizarding and Oz and their things. We're off to see that wizard. The game show where you play characters, I DM, and we get fun prizes at the end.
Prizes?
Yeah, you survive. You get XP at the end.
We get to stop throwing up everywhere.
Yeah,
That's a win. That's a qualified win.
Prizes, and maybe we get points, and we know that points mean prizes. So.
Yes, exactly. You know,
Cuddly
you
toy!
know
Cuddly toy!
Okay, so we left our heroes inside the tavern, waiting until morning, where the large cider horse barreled in, and told them to get back to work and fix what they'd done to the walls. We noticed that there was an engraving on it with Oz spelled backwards, and this is where we find ourselves working. Let's skip forward a little bit of time. So maybe glass. And Miss Ula.
And still call me Albert if you need to.
Okay.
But I do now wish to go by a certain amount of glass ass. Yes.
Awesome. Are you going along with all this?
Well, I'm following along and sort of clapping away. I think if somebody were to chastise me to the point where they're like, please can you help, because it would hurry the whole thing up, then I will get involved.
I feel like
how little effort can George Tips put in without getting pulled? Like sort of one that's just like half effort, like mopping the sides, or like
as long as you look like you're doing
he's
something.
mopping the walls, he's mopping tables.
Oh, actually, you know what? I can roll for this. All right, roll a performance check, please, sir.
Oh, it's full magic. This is amazing.
With my amazing charisma.
Well.
Oh. 19.
Well, I don't think a 6 insight will do it. As you're like just mopping the same corner, the big barrel walks past you and he looks at you, he's like, "Good job," and then bobbles away. I'm going to come back to you later. He says,
well, it's mopping a wall. Oh, cheers.
Yeah. Arjun?
Okay. I would like to sleight of hand try and nick some of the liquid.
What, from its face?
Well, no, because you've got to get up to the top of the barrel then.
Well, I mean, I'm mopping. I'm cleaning. I've got to clean.
Oh, so you're gonna try and hit the barrel with the mop and activate the cider.
Just to sneak. Just what? Yeah,
Sleight
sort
of hand,
like
I think's fine. I think a sleight of hand, like, we won't say deception, because sleight of hand kind of gives the deception, you know.
Now will be the time to roll high.
I would love to.
Roll high.
Roll high.
Come on, baby. Yes, that is plus I've got +7, so that's a 19.
Well, it's better than a natural 1. You're like, and as the large cider horse goes past George Tips, good job, you go and just knock the cider open. It's like, oh no, my nose is running. And you
manage to catch it then.
What are you going to catch it with?
So your mouth.
I'm going to. What have I got on me?
You got the flagon from Baz last night, didn't you?
Yeah, I nicked the flagon. So
I didn't hear you give it back.
Well, no, I didn't give it back.
So you still have the flagon?
Alright. Yeah, I'm going to catch it in the flagon like that, and then like hide basically. Or go clean in the other part of the room as far away as possible. Maybe I'm going to go behind the bar.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to talk to Miss Ula. I think is probably the most sensible person that I can see. And do you think I should follow the big thing.
Yes. And what's more, I think you should tip it over.
Okay, I'll give it a try. So once the barrel has turned around and started to walk off to wherever it goes, I'm going to follow after it.
And I want to see this, so I'm coming with.
Yeah, so you start to... The big barrel sort of like looks around. He's like just inspecting on everyone. As the place gets cleaned up, he says, oh, everyone, outside into the fields. But Aja is nowhere to be seen as they have hidden themselves behind a bar. So they lead the way outside. He looks in, he's like, my name is Cider.
Well...
But, okay. Actually, no, I'm the big boss. Am I? Yes. Yes, I'm the big boss. I'm the biggest boss around here. No one else is the boss. Who told you someone else is the boss? I'm the boss. Follow me. And then he like bumbles out.
What have you got Zoe tattooed on you then?
What?
There.
Oh, it's a birthmark. And then he just keeps walking. What?
It's a knotty problem, I understand.
Oh.
I can only hand out one inspiration. Stop.
Why? So wait, I'm not feeling compelled to follow because I'm not.
You are actually. That's a good point. Please roll at disadvantage.
It's like that's too good to be true.
Just hide.
Just reminded me.
Okay, so I rolled 2 1s, but I'm lucky, so I get
amazing.
Yes.
Reroll both, man.
Yep.
Luck points.
So that's the lowest one is a 15.
Ooh, you have nailed it. You can feel the pull towards the door. Maybe you even have to physically grab onto the floorboard to stop yourself from leaving. But then you don't leave. And,
So I'm alone in this bar.
No, Kiri Curry's looking at you, like watching you struggle and then watching you thingy. She's looking at the door and just not saying anything as everybody leaves.
Don't you need to go too?
No, I man this area.
So hang on. Given the literal mindedness of me,
Glass for short, is it?
let's go with glass.
There's enough for sure.
Gladys? Glass?
1 point of inspiration for myself.
But first of all, can I pick up Miss Ula and put her on my shoulder again?
Yeah, of course.
But then also, I think I'd follow out into the field just with everybody.
Cool. Yeah. Professor George Tips, you get 10 pieces of gold slid into your pocket, and Johnny Vegas looks at you, just winks, just smugly sits on your shoulder.
Yeah, little fist bump. Yeah, and he will follow out, and he'll just start mopping the grass outside and carry on mopping.
It's what you were doing indoors, like the least amount of effort. Nice.
And still convincingly, I mean, as far as you're concerned, that grass is real clean.
You are once you're outside, you're like one of the smaller cider horses like knocks it out of your hand and is like, "What are you doing? That's not what you're meant to be doing. You're meant to be picking apples, taking the small ones and picking more apples. Go and pick some apples."
Can I almost treat it like like a farmer, like shh, get away, and sort of like poking with the stick, like, "Go on, get you."
It grabs tries to wrestle them off with its head from you. Make a contested grapple check, yeah.
Wait, with the tap?
Yeah, it's like it's using its little tap head.
Oh. 8.
It rolled a 19. It
That one's strong.
Whoa!
it snaps the broom in half and it's like, "Oh, what you've done? All right, go on, go pick some apples," and starts shunting you with its body.
Wow.
Just as I'm walking away, can I just swift over sleight of hand, just turn the tap on and carry on walking towards the apples?
Yeah, you
Just
turn
out
to you turn to and he's like, "Oh no, my hay fever," and then it's just leaking out of his nose. Just whilst that's happening, Aja, you are currently inside the tavern with Kiri Curry.
Come now.
I'm going to
Kirikou,
say to
sorry.
them in thieves' cant, are you going to dub me in then?
Sorry, I don't know what you're saying.
Cool. Then I'm just going to go, do you mind if I just get on with things here?
I mean, you're clearly not. What have you found?
I'm going to, as quickly as possible, take out my poison kit and try to synthesize an antidote.
Okay. Roll. Oh, let me have a look, actually. Let me just check the rules here. The
Medicine?
rules
Oh, yeah, one would imagine.
I would say, I think, if you think medicine and you've got a good, decent stat for that. Oh, no, it's your poisonous kit. You'd be proficient with it, wouldn't
Yeah,
you? Let's say it's an intelligence check. So let's say you're proficient and then plus your intelligence bonus, because it's intelligence to figure out poisons and shizness.
Okay.
So yeah, roll for that. It is a hard roll, just to let you know. But let me just double check that you don't have disadvantage on it. No, you don't. Cool.
come the oh, sorry.
Come
Come on. Ha 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 ha. 15. Not quite.
Oh, not quite. You've
Oh.
you've never seen anything like this. You'd say that it's not natural. Like whatever this is, it is not it's man-made. It's not like of what you're used to. Your poisons and your antidotes are like.
Can I
from
prepare an
nature itself.
antiemetic at least?
You'll have to explain to Niall what that is.
An antiemetic is something that stops you from chundering.
Yeah,
It suppresses
good knowledge.
your chunder time.
Yeah, I'd say if you think you could do that, you can't create an antidote, but you can create a way to not spew it up.
Yeah, basically like forcibly settles your stomach.
Yeah.
Yeah, sick. Okay. Do I need to
Yeah.
roll to do that, or can I just...
No, let's say with that roll, I feel like that's a fair enough
That's what
middle
you can come
ground.
up with.
You can't create an antidote, but you feel like maybe I won't throw up.
Great. Okay, so I have done that. I'm then going to say to the other, my friend, how long have you been here?
Probably a year now.
Who's in charge? Sorry, who's in charge?
She looks around, she's like, we really shouldn't talk about this.
Then I'm going to go, then point me in a direction.
Make a persuasion check.
Sick. My favorite. 17.
Nice.
Smashing. Okay. So you say like point me in a direction and like your frustration seems to boil up inside her and she just like puts her head down and like just softly starts to like choke and weep a little bit. And she just says, she explains everything. That a year ago, these things turned up and forced them into this servitude by tricking them into drinking from the big one. The big one seems to be in charge, and whatever they give out is what compels us to do things. The smaller ones genuinely serve other people, and I do the accounts, and that's why I've got a key to the box and in the back room and all the money. Minch, the rest of us are munchkins, but Minch was kind of, well, he demanded to drink from the big one when he arrived as a traveler, and it figured that it was useful because it could fly and reach high apples that the munchkins couldn't get to. So Minch has been trapped with us as well, and Minch is just sort of like floating around, kind of broken as well, mopping walls and ceilings.
Damp.
But she starts to get a bit like excited now, and she says, "But I don't think the big one's in charge. I think the big one's following orders. It seems to me like a man, someone in a grey hood."
When?
Just through the days sometimes. It depends. We haven't seen him for a few days, so maybe he'll turn up soon.
Have any of you tried to fight back?
Yeah. And they're really big and squishes. There's a reason they pick munchkins to enslave.
Racists.
I guess. Yeah.
Do you think you could get everybody out and get those barrels in?
To the barn or to the tavern? Everybody's in the orchards right now.
Yeah. Get the people who are, ensorcelled out of a firing line.
It'll be hard to disobey them. They'll just tell us to work again and we probably won't be able to help ourselves.
What if... I don't know whether... Am I high whiz? No.
What if everything was on fire?
Well, quite. Can you get out of here now? You were just told to work.
No, they were talking to you. They weren't talking to me. They've already told me to do what I usually do.
Which is the accounts, right?
Yeah, now I just serve if anybody comes in.
Could you stand outside and serve?
Suppose.
Cool. Looks up at, was it Winch? What was their name? The flying monkey.
Yeah. Minch.
Yeah. Minch.
Like Winch, but with an M. Minch.
Yeah.
Right.
Minch, when my friends come back, you should also go outside. Okay?
And they slowly fly out.
Okay, I'm going to make a beeline for... I think I would be able to see Glass, wouldn't I? Because they are the tallest member of the...
Oh, so you're going outside. Okay.
I'm going to... Now that I've synthesized my antiemetic, I don't think there's... the current plan is to try and set the place alight, but I don't know how to do that. That's for the people who came up with the plan.
Miss Ula has it.
In those moments that you're having that conversation, we transition back to outside and the lovely sunny orchid. As you've been told to start collecting apples, and I think this is something that maybe Glass has gotten very good at, and Miss Ula has partnered up with. Baza, you hear Clive, and he just says, "The wealth of the squirrel is strong."
Yes. Wealth? As
and
in
then
money?
You can just see the squirrel like on George's shoulder, like look around, like it heard something. And you're like, sus, and just like go back to watching George pick apples.
Clive, the wealth of the squirrel is strong?
The wealth of the squirrel is strong.
Telekinetic mage hand. Squirrel.
Yes, you mage hand. It's just from your shoulder. You hear
invisible as well. Yeah.
Yeah, just from your shoulder, George. You hear. What the?
What as my squirrel just gets yeeted away.
Just like magically floating away, and he's like, "I'm not doing this. I swear to God, mate." Help me! He slowly flies backwards towards Baza.
Gently sort of try and hold the squirrel upside down and just gently shake and see if like anything falls out.
What are you doing, you madman? I'm not a salt pepper shaker.
You first and foremost, I know that you're floating towards me, but you shouldn't make assumptions that I'm somehow doing this. That's not necessarily the case, although it is the case in this case. But little bird told me that you have strong wealth, and I don't know whether you're into like asset management or if you actually, you know, have fiscal expertise or if it's just a lot of cash. But I'd quite like to investigate this further.
Well, do I look like an idiot to you? I put all my money in a bank, mate.
Right, and do you have a strong wealth, would you say?
I don't know. I made a lot of money last night.
And
Calling from behind you. The con bandits cheats at cards.
What are you doing with my squizzle?
I am making a financial investigation on behalf of the Baza Auditing Authority.
Okay, and he just turns around and goes straight back to
He made that up, you numpty. Come back here and help me.
And he comes back.
If it's true now, it was always true. I explained how time works. So, money you have, I can have some. I mean,
You've not got your own money.
No, well, I mean, we can invest it in things.
I'm not investing in you. You're crazy. Can you put me down?
If you insist. I'll see about your strength and your wealth and Alex.
If you throw him hard enough, he'll just glide back into a tree. Have a go. It's great fun.
Yeah, mental throw because I'm not very strong.
As you like nudge your head to the right, the squirrel just goes.
Huh. And Baz will just sort of sit down next to a basket, crack open a book, start reading whilst using the mage hand to pick apples. Work smarter,
Make
not harder.
an intelligence check as you're reading.
Yeah, make an intelligence check.
History. 'Cause you'll probably have
History check, you say? That's a 21.
As you're like reading, but what's the book on? Have you got any ideas? Or
It's probably like I write my journal in other books because I get distracted. So it's probably the last thing I was working on was something around temporal mechanics. So it's probably like temporal mechanics for dummies.
awesome. As you're reading through, it's talking about how different keys can be used to access different places, portholes, mundane objects, sometimes even riches, coins perhaps. And as you think that, you're like, I've got a coin. I chucked on it earlier. It's been in your mouth the entire time.
Now positively clean.
As you look at it, you can feel it like pulse with magical energy.
Can I sort of try and tune into that sort of magical energy again?
Yeah.
Is there a way to use it? I'm assuming I'm making that connection. That it could be.
Roll an Arcana check, yeah.
Yeah. That is an 18
Nice.
plus 7
Whilst-
to the rescue.
Yeah. Whilst maybe this isn't like specifically to do with the sort of porthole key or a key to another dimension, it's certainly magical, and you certainly have attuned to it.
Ooh.
Cool. What does that actually, what have I tuned to?
You just know that it's a magical coin that you've attuned to. You can
Sweet.
feel a connection to it.
Keep you there for safekeeping.
You're keeping it under your tongue like a razor blade.
Yeah. One time I was in Sigil and I was in prison. You learn things.
All we need to know.
What?
Okay, so what's everybody's passive perception?
Ooh, 10? No, 12.
It ain't 33, that's all I can tell you.
Finally.
13.
14.
8.
8. Wow.
Okay.
Yeesh.
So anyone who got 9 and above sees sees the big barrel sort of like walking through the fields and the orchards, and he comes slowly towards the side of the tavern. And this is probably about the same time as you're barreling out, Azure. And you see it do a very conspicuous. It thinks it's like really sneaky, but it just sort of like starts to walk to the edge of the tavern and then goes. And then like walks around the rest of the tavern. It's hidden from view currently.
Okay, I'm going to find, because I know that glass is not affected, I'm going to find glass and go, I have an antiemetic, and I know that the biggest barrel meets with a man or a human in a grey cloak, and we should set it on fire if we're going to.
Great. I can do that. Let's do that.
I think...
I'm going to follow the barrel and see if it's meeting with the person in charge.
I'll come with you. That sounds
Can
like
we get anyone else to come? Or are they still stuck?
I think they might still be stuck.
You can try and ask them. They're currently like right next to you.
I'm going to go
Guys!
like that.
Do you want to come with us?
Float down. Can always try.
I mean, technically one can extrapolate from the information observed thus far that as long as we obey the spirit of the task we're given, we do not necessarily have to obey the letter of the law. Therefore, if I carry this bag of apples, then technically I am still engaged in the act of... Anyway, long story short, let's give it a go.
Yeah, but you just get a blank look.
Okay,
Ooh.
Here we go. And it's going to start heading...
If I'm carried, I can't physically stop from going with the group, so I kind of have to go. No wisdom check. Well,
It's all right. Nobody's currently there to tell you what to do. You've done your work.
Oh, great.
technically.
I'm already on
Are we
the
being
shoulder.
sneaky? Are we being sneaky snaky?
Let's try. I'm not terribly sneaky.
It'll be a group check. So everybody roll together. Well.
Charles.
Ooh.
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 Okay, what have we all got?
16, please.
22.
No.
What a
22.
got a
Another
filthy,
22.
filthy 20.
Oh.
I got a 15. Am I the lowest?
Yeah,
I mean,
huge.
Barely. You all, almost as if you'd done this before, Scooby-Doo sneak towards the side of the tavern. You are one with the shadows of the sun being blocked from the tavern itself. I love it. You get around the side and you can hear a voice. It's the cider horse. And it says, it's halfway through a conversation. It says, I don't know where they came from. I can't get it straight. Can't seem to figure out what's going on here. And you hear another voice saying, they're trouble. Or it could be. They're not sheep like the munchkins. So I point them out tomorrow. I'll find them. And he's like, all right, boys.
Can I sneak attack?
Are
Yes.
you just going for the attack?
Do it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please. I'd like to hit the other voice. Wherever I think that voice is coming from. Do I see them or are they hidden?
This is from the other side of a corner. So you're like, if you can imagine the building, they're on this side and you're on this side.
So you just have to go around a corner in order to be able to see both of them.
Yeah.
But you would then.
Well, one of
expose
them's
yourself
very
to-
large.
And I'm very small.
Yeah, go for it. Do it.
I think. Yeah.
Follow
Can
your
I-
instincts.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
instinct is saying I want to try and
Stab him.
like well, obviously stab the but also like I'm playing a rogue and I'm very excited. And so I would like to, if I can, hide behind the barrel and then like see whatever that other thing is. And if it's a corporeal being, I want to stab it.
Make a separate stealth check for yourself.
Cool. Holy shit. Okay, so that's a 23.
Nice. So as you let's fuck it. All right. So you turn the corner and you like scramble up the barrel using like the curves inside of it and the metal rivets to slowly climb up of it. You're hoping to, if you get enough height, you'll see what's going on. And as you peek over the other side, you just see a little bit of movement in the earth as nothing is there.
Nothing is there. Is it invisible nothing is there? Or the
No,
earth...
there was definitely movement, like the earth around it, like the earth around the big cider horse moved.
I don't understand. I'm being
There's a load of holes in the big cider horse.
What?
You can feel the cider horse being like dum dum dum. It starts to move into the fields to check on everyone.
I'm just clinging on to it, and at this point, I'm just going to go, and yeah, because I'm on it. I'd like to. It's a cider barrel, isn't it?
Yes.
I'd like to aim for the join.
Yes.
Where the metal is joined together in a hoop.
Yeah.
Nice.
I'd like to aim for that join, please, with my short sword.
Awesome. Do you want to roll initiative?
Yes.
Okay, wait, I get a
Just to
sneak
start.
attack in first?
You get your sneak attack, but roll initiative now, and then I don't have to do it later.
Aye.
Now I get a natural 20.
Nice,
I'll
nice,
take
nice.
that. Natural 20 for a 24.
24 as well.
What?
+6 initiative, baby.
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 On a 22.
Wow.
What?
Oh,
Has anyone rolled a normal number?
Yeah.
No, I got a dirty 20.
That's crazy. I got a 22.
Right, so everybody got above 20, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right, well, they all go after. I don't know why am I bother writing this?
Wait,
down?
they all? We're only hitting the big boy. There are no little boys around.
Let's see about that.
Oh, the little boys are in the field, fielding around.
But we're not in the field. We're round the corner of the building.
Which is surrounded by a field.
The horn of ale sounds in the deeps once again.
What was everybody's order again? So who got the highest?
There's 2 of us with 24s.
What's yours
Who's
next
got
mod?
the- Yeah,
My dex mod.
presumably you have the highest.
I assume so.
Rogue.
Let me check. +3.
Oh, mine's
Oh no, wait. So wait, saving
Oh.
throws are just modification, just mod. +3.
Yeah, so Basil
yeah.
would go first.
I mean, you'll
Then it
get
will
the sneak
be-
attack first anyway, yeah.
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 Then who was next? Ula or George?
My dexterity is +2.
So is mine.
Rochambeau.
Yeah, whoever wants to go first, then I guess.
Healer's choice.
You go first. I think.
Okay. Cool. I'll
Like
go first.
Albert can wait.
And then George, Professor.
I'm happy at 20.
Awesome. Your name's written in order goes Baogup. I thought you'd enjoy that.
Can I elect to go after Hannah because I think it makes more narrative sense?
Yeah, 100%.
All right, yeah.
That's totally fine. Okay. But then when we go back into combat, do you want to go back first or? I'll just make it easy. You just go after.
I'll just go
How's that?
second. Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Okay. So it's now.
It's ridiculous that I have a
Avo.
higher dex mod than Rogue.
Okay. So, Hannah, make an attack roll, please.
Well, sneak attack first, right?
Yeah.
So, That's 4. That's 6.
Well, you gotta still roll to hit.
Of course.
Okay. But you get advantage because it's sneak. What kind of rogue are you? Just a regular rogue?
I'm a swashbuckler, baby.
Oh, slushy boogie.
Yeah.
Well, you've still got advantage.
Okay. Well, that's an 18.
That definitely hits.
To hit. And
Yeah,
then,
so
okay,
please.
so 18 to hit, and then I rolled 10 on my combined sneak attack. 2d6.
Perfect. And then add your actual sword damage as well.
Yeah. Well, +3. So that was 4 + 3, and then wait, is that?
So that sounds like 17 to me.
Yes.
Okie dokie.
I can count.
Don't worry about it. Sweet, yeah. How do you just going for the joinery? Did you say?
Yeah, basically, seeing as I'm like clambering up it, basically I want to aim for, because barrels are usually formed with overlapping metal that holds them together. So I'm trying to split the metal hoops as much as humanly possible.
Nice. You stand up, and the rest of you see this as the big barrel comes like waddling around the corner. You just see Adra on top of it slowly pulling up their sword, and then just whoosh like that, and you hear it as ale starts to just spill out of its head, and it goes, "Ooh, what's happening?" As cider just starts bursting out of all its cracks at the top, and you can see the rivets coming out and just cider filling the floor.
And as that happens, I'm going to take my cunning action, and I'm going to hide.
If you want, where are you going to hide?
So it's coming round the side of the building. There's apple trees.
You could jump on top of the building, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to and then.
Nice, yeah. Roll a dex. No, a stealth check. Stealth check. You're gonna hide.
Stealth?
Yeah, if you're gonna hide.
Thanks. Nice. That's a 25.
Wow.
25. Nice. You are well and truly hidden from this.
Not 20 plus 5.
I mean, you got the surprise round, so now it's your turn again because it's the top of the round.
Yeah.
Oh, well, then I shouldn't have.
Well, no, if you've got
It's
range-
okay. If you don't want to do that, we can always backtrack it.
Yeah, can I use that at the end of the next one?
Unless you want me to go first, so that you'll have an ally within 5 feet when you take your turn.
Yeah, because you have advantage on this time.
Yeah, it's up to you.
Yeah, go on then.
All right, then. It's back to Baokupov.
Reorder. So Baz is used to feeling a bit blurry after a night on the jars, so he's going to cast Blur, and then just sort of sing, all the money that ever I had, I spent it in good company, and you will see his whip start to glow, almost as if the song has it's whip song. He's a whip singer. And just close into melee range with old cidery Pete. And just be like, all right, time to see what's inside you. Yeah, puns. Just stare him down.
He's just crying out in pain, like stuff shrieking out. He's out of it. It is Miss Ula, your turn next.
Wait.
Oh, sorry, no, it's not. It's RJ. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, so I'm going to. I guess if I haven't disengaged yet, then I'm just holding on to the what it's still.
Yeah, just hold on to it.
So I'm going to.
Buzzer's approaching.
Yeah, I'm going to because I have 2 weapon fighting. So I'm going to use my short sword first and try and get the next like bit of the barrel to be loosened. So I'll roll for that.
And you want to use your bonus action to attack again?
Yeah. Yes. 18 on the dice. So.
That hits 18. Yeah.
Yeah, and then that's.
Stop it! Add your sneak attack damage. Buzzer is around.
Yeah, so that's 5. That's 1d6 plus 3, so that's 5, and then I will use my dagger.
Well, did you add your sneak attack damage to that first attack?
2d6.
So you got 5 damage plus 2d6 for your sneak attack.
Oh, another sneak attack.
Yeah, because Buzzer's next to you. Well, next to the creature.
5. So that's
10.
5 plus, yeah. Another 5.
15 in total. That's good.
How do you finish taking apart this large barrel?
What?
Nice.
I guess it's literally just another like. She's tapped a few kegs in her time, and it's almost as if this beautiful circle has, with the sheer force of the gravity and the pull of Aja's entire teeny wee munchkin body, pulling it, and it becomes this beautiful half moon, almost like that bit in Monty Python with Mr. Creosote, but inside it's just cider.
Lovely.
Sorry,
Yes, cider.
Really gross.
Cider just
Wow.
floods out.
Azra is just standing like this.
Okay. Actually, that's a good point. You're on top of it. Make a dex saving throw.
Okay.
Baz is actively drinking it.
Yep.
Poison juice.
That is a 19.
Yes, you are fine. You manage to, as this whole thing collapses, and the cider barrels out, and Baz has just stood there enjoying it all, laughing it up. You manage to not get any in your mouth as you
Sick.
come down. Okay, it is now Miss Ula's turn. You can hear in the distance. You can hear them say, "Chops, boys!" In the distance, there are 3 more kegs coming towards you.
Like the little variety.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're about a movement distance away, so they're about 30 feet away, which is a lot for you, I imagine.
Would you say that there's one in front of the others?
They're kind of coming from different angles. So they're kind of like three different ones from the orchids have come in.
I was hoping for a bowling pin scenario. Never mind. I would like to use my bonus action first to fly 10 feet up to the roof to get a good vantage point,
Okay.
which is very far for me.
Oh, yeah.
And then I would like to cast Shackle on
Yay!
the spryest one that I can see.
Yeah, I'd say that's Bubbles. Bubbles is pretty spry.
Oh, don't make me anthropomorphize these things.
They've all got names. Bubbles.
Well, one of them doesn't have a name anymore.
Oh.
Ooh, that was 23 to hit on the shackles.
Oh. That'll hit Bubbles, yes. So what does Shackles do?
So basically, I kind of cast my hands wide, and then 2 metallic sheets appear, and they're sparkling, of course, naturally, and crackling with a bit of energy. And then they just kind of ping like magnets to its legs, drawing them together, and it needs to make a strength saving throw.
A natural 1 won't do it.
Nice!
No, it will not. So it takes 3d6 of bludgeoning damage, and then it is restrained.
Nice.
Holy
Roll your
guacamole.
d6s, please.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
Skinky.
As your spell like wraps it up, it goes like, "Oh no!" and it just like face plants the ground, and the tap goes through the face and lands out through the back as it just goes, and your metal screens are just sort of squeezing it dry of any cider.
Is it done?
It's dead.
That was outstanding. I am loving that.
Glass,
Look at
it's
the
your
legs.
turn.
That is a hell of a finish. Finish him.
Finish it.
Yeah.
Oh, Bubbles. Glass, it's your turn next. They've got
Right.
2 more still galloping towards you.
Bring it on, little ones. And I am going to enter my rage, which means that, first of all, right in the center of the forehead, and then at the tips of the hands, the glass starts to heat up, so it goes that deep red and then goes to a white. And that's how I rage. And I am just going to start running, sort of Terminator 2-like, towards the
Perfect.
the things. And also, I should have mentioned this before. I have an enormous sort of obsidian shield, which is sort of the thing I hit stuff with. That's the plan. Can I get all the way to them to attack?
You could get to one, yes, definitely.
Cool. So yes, and there will be divine fury behind this as well. So there's. This makes me go well. Ooh! Wow. Okay, that's a natural one. I think I just miss it and just go flying onwards.
Oh, I have not got my fumble table up in a while.
What fumble? Oh god, I don't want to lose my shield. That would be really bad.
This is your
Barreling
first
past.
time. Yeah, it's your first time playing with me, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I like to put in fumble tables. I think they're quite fun.
Niall likes to make you feel the full consequences of your actions.
Right,
Understood. I tried to do something cool. This did not work.
That's what you get for being the glass T 1000.
You're using a weapon, so could you roll me a d20, please?
Oh, really? It feels... Oh, okay. It's a 15.
15, a 15. You say a 15. Pull the muscle. Roll a Constitution saving throw, DC 15, or the strain of your attack causes you to pull a muscle in your upper body. You have a disadvantage in attack rolls and ability checks requiring upper body strength. For a turn.
I will take it. I have no muscles, I would like to point out.
Let's say, because you're raging, the heat of the glass is quite used to moving stiffly.
Okay.
So as you overextend,
you are
a part of your heat just sort of like bulges out, and you're like, oh, like my arm has been a little bit too far for this swing.
That's really,
So, yeah.
that's really, really nice. I've also just rolled another natural one.
Roll another d20.
Do you have other dice?
No, I'm using the D&D thing, and they are being fair and just. Fair and just. What am I
You
rolling?
have other hands?
Just another d20.
Okay, that's fine. Okay. That's a 14.
Okay, so that's just one less. You lose your footing. Oh wait, roll the Constitution saving throw first. Yeah.
What? Another one? Okay.
Well, that was an attack, wasn't it?
An attack? What do you mean?
Oh, so you rolled your attack and then you rolled a 1 for your saving throw.
No,
Is that what happened?
I rolled a 1 to... I rolled a 1 to attack. I beg your pardon.
And then did you roll to attack again?
No.
No. So it was just 1 that you rolled.
Yeah, there was the first one, and then on the subsequent Constitution saving throw for the fumble
awesome.
roll.
That's on with you.
I rolled
That's
the
on with
second
you.
one.
Okay, yeah, cool. So I thought you had 2 attacks. But yeah, no, you definitely have disadvantage until the end of your next turn now.
I'm just lying there with a cloak sort of warped arm going, this has never happened before, I assure you. Damn it. Yes.
Oh, all right. Is there anything else you can do?
I don't think so. I think I'm just sort of shocked at myself that I've managed to completely lose this.
Arms a
I'm
bit
still raging,
double-jointed.
Do I lose? I have not played a barbarian in a while. Do I lose a rage if I don't hit someone?
You got to be hit or get. So you got to either hit someone or be hit, and there's still a chance to be hit.
That's fine. Okay, cool. Otherwise, bonus actions. I've already done.
You've already
raged,
raged, yeah.
So yeah, no, I can't do anything else.
It's all good. It's all good. Professor, what would you like to do?
Seeing how effective Miss Ula was, he's going to fly up and join her on the roof. And using, again, almost copycatting, it's going to cast, if I can get to my spells, Ensnaring Strike
Awesome.
at one of them. And
Nice. Which one? The one that's engaged with glass, or the
yeah,
one
I'll take out the one closest because then Glass has got an opportunity.
Well,
to get rid of
they're
the
both. The glass ran towards it, so they're both equal distance. There's either just one with or one without. There's none closer, if that makes sense.
Either or, then I'll whatever one
It's
you
totally up to you. If
left.
you want to help glass. Yeah.
Not 20.
Yeah.
Awesome. As you start to cast Ensnaring Strike, Johnny Vegas from the sky lands on your shoulder and goes, get him.
Awesome.
How do you cast your Ensnaring Strike?
It almost like twirls around the arrow piece, like with a green sort of ichor that twirls as it gets shot, and it gets thicker and thicker until it hits, and then just this burst of green vines and ivy and poison, or just all sorts of different sort of thick ivy leafage slapped around them. I'll roll damage just in case.
Yeah. What do I have to roll as well?
It's a DC 12 strength saving throw, please.
Oh, I don't think that's going to do it. Woohoo. Nope. A 8 will not do it.
So I'll do my damage, which is one plus 2. So doubled is 2 plus 3. So 5 points of piercing damage, and then 1d6 from the Ensnaring Strike.
You get to double it because it's a kit.
Does that? Oh, so
Yeah,
8.
correct.
So
Nice.
5 plus 8.
Nice. And then it's restrained, I believe, because this is
Yes, it is restrained, and it takes a d6 of piercing damage each time it starts its turn.
Okay, sweet.
Nice.
So you shoot this arrow, and these roots start to ensnare in front of you, Glass, and they like start to break through all of like the wood and start coming out on the other side. And its little nose is like looking up at you, and it's like, "Oh, I'm gonna get you!" And as it does, it starts its turn, takes damage, and just goes.
Well, that was quite unnecessary. But also
The last
very
one starts to barrel into the center, not realizing he's by himself. He goes in for the attack. Oh!
On me, I presume.
No, he goes straight into the center where Bowser is on the ground. He rolled a 17 plus 5.
Disadvantage.
So he got 20. Huh?
If he's attacking me, it's disadvantage.
Oh, because you got blur. Excellent.
Nice.
Oh, that is not as good. So that's only a 10.
Won't hit.
You, he's like running at you, and then you happen to just you're completely a different area because you're blurring out of the way, and he's like, aha! And just runs straight into the side of the tavern as he like creams into the side of it. It is now your turn, Bazza. You are currently stood next to a keg in the wall.
Bazza really enjoyed Miss Ula's spell, but felt the urge to overact. That was incredible, because it's William Shackler.
Ooh.
Thank you.
Oh.
You've already got advantage. Stop.
I'm going to... does inspiration grant advantage?
Yeah. You can you can
sweet.
burn your inspiration at any time to get advantage on one roll.
Well, I'm gonna lash out with my whoopah. I'm assuming, has it run past me? Is it 10 feet away, 5 feet away?
It's next to you. It's like just creamed into the wall.
Cool. So that is a 24 to hit.
That'll do it.
I could have used a cantrip, but not gonna. That's only 6 points of damage.
Okay. Yeah.
But I'm going to try and use my telekinetic shove, which is a DC 15 strength.
And what will that do?
It just means I can push it 5 feet away so that I'm no longer in its sphere of influence, and I can just move gracefully back.
It rolled, what was it, wisdom?
It's strength, I think. Yeah.
Oh, it's strength. Well, then it rolled a 14.
Oh, in which case, just push it 5 feet away. So I'm more than 5 feet, and then I'm just going to move back towards Glass. Just be like, it is quite an interesting day this is turning into. Did you see that spell? This is bloody amazing.
I agree. We are doing very well. This is fun, but I need to kill something.
Fill your boots.
Aja, it's your turn. You're on top of the roof, hiding.
Is there anything left?
There's one below you next to Bazza.
Yeah. Can I drop down and...
Nice.
You may
Assassin's
indeed.
Creed. That's
Yeah! Just leap of faith.
Yeah.
Except with my stuff out.
With my knife.
Yeah.
good.
I've got a knife!
That's not a knife.
Go for it. Roll the
Mine's
attack.
not dead. Right. Da, 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 da. 16.
You've played Knifey Barrel before.
Knifey barrel. That will hit. Yes, deal your damage.
And Baz is within 5 feet.
No, Basil no longer.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
You are don't forget you're a swashbuckler. I don't think you need anybody to be.
Yeah, I don't think so. I just have
I think
2.
as long as there's, I think it's either if someone's in 5 feet, you get the standard rules. But if there's nobody within 5 feet, you also get it as a swashbuckler.
Here.
Welcome to
I
Swash.
say that this is true.
There you go. And
Okay.
just tuckle damage.
I'm going to just roll some damage.
Yes.
Firstly, with my lovely, lovely short sword, because it's my favorite.
Yeah, give it a good stabbing.
So that's 3 plus 3, so that's 6. And then I will roll my
2d6.
5, 1.
So that's 6, so that's 12 in total, isn't it?
Yeah.
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 That's with one of my weapons.
Well, 1 is all you need. Because as you fall down, as Baz is like moving away, you just, with the speed of a bullet, just and explode this little barrel. In
Do I
front
need
of
to
you.
make another dex check to not swallow any of it?
If you want to try, but it's not the same cider. Remember, Kirikou said that it's from the big
No,
one.
I'm not. No, just a.
This one's just nice and alcoholic.
That's a hell of a way to take a shot. Yeah.
Yeah, you probably don't even have to run. You're like 10 feet, you just go.
Rather than a keg stand.
You finished off the final one, explosion everywhere. It's grand. You land down at the bottom. Miss Ula, having the grand time of your life. What's everybody's passive perception again?
12.
Oh,
Not worth
11.
saying. 8.
14.
13.
13. And what was yours, Evie?
Oh, 11.
11. Cool. All right, so you can sort of see the carnage set before you. A few of you, I think it's George and Ula are still on the top of the roof. Glass and is sort of in the orchid fields. Baza and Aja are next to the tavern.
Can I just keep softly slapping glass to try and keep rage going?
Yeah, you can totally do that on your turn.
That surely isn't okay, that sentence, but somehow you managed
Yeah.
to okay.
Slap that glass.
No.
Only when you say it like
I
that.
meant.
George is just gonna like take hold of the top of the roof, like slowly poke his head down and look at Age and go, "You're going to have to show me how to do that at some point." Watching you slowly just dismantle 2 barrels.
Yeah.
Just hit them where it's weakest, basically.
Like the legs.
That's
And
how
as
you
you say
disembowel.
that, the legs start to move on the floor and whirl around, and they start to
Niall.
come together and join.
Niall?
All the different bits of wood and metal that you've smashed up start to turn into this creature form construct, and from the side of it, as these pieces are moving and whirling together, you can see a figure in a grey hood muttering words, moving their hands in arcane rituals, and then finally they go into the pocket and throw up dust.
I can
Blows
see
it
the
to
figure.
air. Yeah.
I'm still in combat.
Hang on.
Yeah, but it's turn.
Yeah.
And it starts to form, all this sand starts to form on top of the keg as it becomes this bestial spiky behemoth of broken wood and metal, and it looks at you and it says, "Dinner time."
What you get from God is, oh hell no.
What was who got 22 on the initiative? It was Evie, wasn't it? Evie and Glass.
Yeah.
I thought, and you got a solid 20, didn't you?
Oh yeah.
Perfect. Thank you very much, guys. Okay. Aja's had a turn. Miss Ula, it's your turn.
Great.
Destroy.
I am going to. I'm just going to my spells. Hang on. Yeah, it. Thunder wave.
Nice.
Nice.
Do it.
Are you going to jump down?
Yeah, I'll use my bonus action to help my jump down.
Well, there's a mount, I believe.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Do it.
Do it.
Roll an acrobatics check.
Do it.
Yes. This is amazing.
Okay, acrobatics. I got 18.
Oh, nice.
As you see this figure and this behemoth appear, you look. Maybe once you were bitter rivals, but now you're bonded in blood.
I like the idea that we just do a little grasp of the forearms in solidarity.
Oh yeah, 100%. Johnny Vegas just leaps over. You grab their forearm and they swing you onto their back as you fly down on this flying squirrel.
Yes.
Awesome. And then do we want to get in between the keg and the hooded figure?
Actually, how far away is the hooded figure?
Next to the keg.
I'd like to cast Thunder Wave on the hooded figure.
Well, you could get them both if you go in between.
Oh, yeah, I get them both, yeah. Go with that.
Sweet. It's a dex roll, isn't it?
It is... It's a con saving throw.
Ooh. Cool. Okay, well, a natural 1 won't do it, and I'm sure a 12 won't, an 11 won't do it either.
No, it will not.
Excellent. Both take full damage.
Great.
And any
nice.
extra effects?
Okay, so it's 2d8, and they fly. They're pushed 10 feet away.
Awesome. So the behemoth is pushed 10 feet towards the rest of you, but the hooded figure you hear say, "You thought you could defeat?" Oh! Just flies backwards.
That was 12 thunder damage.
Ooh.
Very nice.
That's what you get for giving us a chunder wave.
And touch
Nice.
on the dome.
Wow.
Nice.
And I say to Johnny Vegas, I never thought I'd die fighting side to side with a squirrel.
That one doesn't count, he says. Glass, it is your turn. Thankfully, Bazza has given you a little slapping on the glass, and you are still raging.
Indeed. So the rage is going to take over, and they're just going to charge towards. I think probably the construct rather than the figure. Like the good glass cannon that he is. Ha 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 ha. They are. Yes, so they're going to go in and try and hit again, this time with hopefully more success, but we'll see.
It's a disadvantage.
Is it? Oh, yes, of course.
Unfortunately, yeah. Those natural ones are brutal.
Indeed, unless you're lucky. Well, that was a 10.
10 on the big boy will not do it. Unfortunately, their wooden spikes and their metal areas have become a bit too brittle for your sword. Are you using? Or?
No. That's the thing. I'm unarmed. It's just my
just your
my
fist.
battery. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, because it does do lots of extra damage. The thing is, I still can't hit for toffee. So what I'm imagining is that there's just a gap in it, and I've managed to punch my arm into there.
Yeah, you're just hitting metal rivets and strong, sturdy wood that's been molded into this behemoth.
Not again.
Yeah, unfortunately, just you can't seem to get a good bash in on it.
No.
Anything you'd like to do? A bonus action?
What's my other? No, I think that's it.
If you're
Awesome.
a barbarian, don't you get to attack twice? When you're
It says
raging.
I only have one. Do I? Good. Okay. Let's try that again then.
Hit him again.
Yeah. This
Play it
time-
again, Sam.
This is still with disadvantage, right? Well, it doesn't actually matter because I just rolled 2 5s. That's a 9 to hit.
Or again, you just start like just slamming in, and you're like,
Yeah.
I don't think this is good.
I should leave this bit alone.
I should have slapped you harder.
Anytime, mate. Yeah.
Okay, it is now the hooded figure's turn. You can see them stand up, and they've got black hair and a small, like, little chin beard. It's long, and they throw off this grey cloak, very, like, flamboyantly, revealing this almost, like, luscious coat that's very, very, like, fashionable of Oswear. Not green, but black,
What colour?
like their heart. Oh, it's black. Yeah, it's black and purple because they're cool and edgy. You know how it is.
Emo.
They cackle as they fire 2 bolts of energy from either hand. One pointing upwards towards the flying monkey, one pointing downwards towards the landing flying squirrel and Miss Ulu.
Oh, so it is only 2 bolts in total. I thought you meant it was 4 bolts in total.
No, just 2. So a 10 won't hit you, Miss Ulu, will it?
No, Ula.
But Ula, sorry, thank you. Ulu.
Something like ooh.
And then yeah, cool. But a 22 will hit you, won't it, George? Yes. Awesome.
That's a big hit.
That is 3 points of your finest damage as electricity cackles through your body. It's black energy and purple light gleaming off you as it tickles its way through your spine.
That's not
Awesome.
good for me either.
It is now your turn, Professor.
Ooh. With Age's blessing, I feel like launching a rogue from high up at something could work relatively well.
They're currently low down, but yeah.
Yeah, if I swoop down with my 50-foot movement and pick up Age, because you're a munchkin, so I imagine you're quite light.
I am very
I wouldn't
light,
imagine
yes.
You're too heavy. Yeah, I'm going to do sort of like a dive off the rooftop, swoop up Age, and then get to as high as I physically can, and then just release with a nice trajectory towards the edgy emo boy.
Edgy emo boy.
Thank you for getting me closer to the emo lad.
Emo lad.
I'm assuming that would be my action to do that.
Yeah, but you can have a bonus action if you've got anything you can do with that.
Back in the emo, that's a simple plan.
Yeah.
Wait.
It's good.
Well, he's not having a good time at
You've
this.
already got it.
He's not having a
that's
good
what I was
time at
going
this party, I would say.
The momentum you should have now.
If you stay within 5 feet, that would be nice.
Yeah, I
just
can-
follow down after. That's awesome.
Well, I would say that you wouldn't. That movement to do all that, you would have to get Arja there faster. You would have had to have dropped her,
Yeah,
which I think
But
keeps the
if you
epicness,
said
but you
that-
can still be flying down after.
yeah. But you did say that would grant her advantage, didn't you? Just before that.
Oh, like you don't matter anyway.
Proper-
It's much-
Yeah, that would automatically give you the sneak attack if she had.
Yeah.
If you want to drop her, George, she won't take damage
Nice.
Nice.
because reaction, because spell, because thing.
Yeah.
Right.
Just drop her on the thing, the mate with the stuff, the flying, and
Let me at him!
Beautiful. I have no real bonus actiony stuff apart from get him.
That's cool. That's
So,
cool.
yeah.
Awesome sauce. Well, I think
If I could
very
inspire
nice.
her, I
Very
would
nice.
check
Yes, it is now the monster behemoth Keg's turn. It sees you punching at it, Glass, and it just kicks out at you with its hind. It like literally, as quick as it is looking at you, just turns and just boom, and bops you with its little booty.
Okay.
Will a 18 hit you?
Oh, dang it. Yes.
That just a hit.
Just.
Okay. It smashes into you, dealing bludgeoning damage.
I don't have anything against that, do I?
It deals 8 points of bludgeoning damage against you as it crashes in with its butt, and then it turns to face you. Unlike the other ones that had like eyes painted on and like a nose, like head for the tap, this one's face is constructed from the broken pieces of wood of the other, and it has a literal mouth, literal eyes that are like gleaming with magical energy as it cackles at you.
Now you are interesting, but you must die.
Nice. Yeah, it is now. Bazaar.
Don't worry, Glass. I've belatedly remembered that I can infect heal constructs. It's a spell that I apparently forgot. I'm assuming the construct is right up in our Fiz's face.
Yeah, between you two, you're like very much near it as it's been shunted forward by a large shockwave.
Take a look at my whip in my hand and be like, this one's not going to cut it. This might. Whip of the mind. I'm going to cast Mind Whip. Can it please make...
As if you've got Mind Whip as well. That's so good.
I mean, you can take the boy out of the min-maxing. Can you make an intelligence saving throw? I'm assuming he's not very intelligent.
What makes he's got a mind? Well, it's got a mind.
I mean, it's got a -1 to intelligence, but it rolled a 17. Well, a 16 could it?
That's fair. Yeah, that's a DC 15. So that will yeah, fine.
I'd say that's the Fry from Futurama effect. There's so little of the mind.
Can I use my inspiration to impose disadvantage?
No, unfortunately, it's only advantage for your send.
That's most perplexing.
Very Yorkshire and very cool.
That's fine. In which case,
sorry, just get into me roots, lads.
In which case, there's not a lot I can do with a bonus action apart from try and shove it away so that at least I can run away a bit. So
go for it.
A DC 15 strength.
And I think a 17 will do it.
Nah.
Yeah, how does your shove work? Is it
just mind whipping, shoving, mind bloody cider?
Yeah,
Messing with
really constipated.
You can feel your like mind reaching out to like at first damage it, and then it sort of like slowly looks at you, and then you're like, oh no, and then you try to like push it with your mind, and it just like takes a little step forward, and it goes yeah, and like little bubbles of cider start to like dribble and froth from its mouth.
RNG. And that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. What a turn.
What a turn. You tried your best. Aja, it is now yours.
I mean, I'm flying down towards this.
Traveling towards a greasy little boy.
This Gerard Way wannabe.
Yeah.
Kill him.
I'd like to, may I?
Yes, you could try.
With advantage in it.
It's not with advantage, but it's with sneak attack.
Right. Well, that's 16 on the dice plus 5, so I think I do it.
I think you're right.
I think I do it. I do it, maybe.
You do it, yes.
Okay, 4 plus 3, 7 for the first one on my short sword, but with the sneak attack, that's another 4. That's a 5.
Is that 16 in total?
I think so.
Yes.
What did you say?
4, 5, 7.
Yeah.
16 in total. You like like a little bullet from the sky, a missile landing.
Imagine my bells tinkling in the wind as they stream behind me on my silly hat.
Amazing.
He's like cackling. He's like, "You thought you could stop? What the?" And then just
Jingle, jingle, jingle!
like you like roll on the ground together, and like as you like get up onto your feet, you pull out your sword from his body, and he's just like, "Wah!" His blood spurts out, and he coughs it out. He looks horrific.
Well, good thing I've got my second attack.
Roll a little bonus action. Okay, go for it.
Bonus.
Taste.
Go for it. So you just don't add your dex modifier to the damage for this. So you roll as usual, and then it's just the dice roll for your damage.
Uh, 19.
Nice, that definitely is. What's your second weapon?
My second weapon's a dagger, so
it's just a D4.
Yeah, it's not ideal, but you know, it's what I've got.
Could be enough, couldn't it? You never know.
That's a 3.
Just not cricket. You stab it into him again, and you pull it out, and he's just like on the floor, like trying to crawl away as you just stab him in the back, like, oh God, just die, just die.
Can I be like, what did you say about munchkins? Say it again. Say it again.
He himself is a munchkin.
Is he?
Yeah. You notice that. But it is. Yeah.
Internalized!
It's internalized racism! Miss Ula, it is now your turn.
I'm a firebolt.
Yeah.
Take it.
Okay, let's see. Ooh, that is a 21.
Wow.
That definitely hits.
Oh yeah.
How do you want to burn this man to a crisp?
I would first like to say you tried so hard and got so far, and in the end, it didn't even matter.
Nice.
As I do the max damage on that.
Only appropriate, I feel. As the man crawling away, as you say your final words, you just release a firebolt. A jet stream of fire comes past you, Aja. You can feel the heat, like, almost burn the hairs on your head. And you look down, and there's just like a burning, roiling mass of flame as this man is trying to slowly crawl away, just screaming, and then just drops.
Is that 10 parenting damage?
You can still hear the screaming of the flames carry on for the screaming of the voice. Blasted, is now your turn.
Right. Everyone's doing so well. This is very awesome. And then try and punch the thing again.
Yeah.
Come on now.
That one.
17.
Hey!
Okay.
That will punch a keg monster.
So that means I get 5 damage, and then plus my Divine Fury, because this is the first time I've hit anything, which is 4, so that's 9 damage in total. I can keep doing this all day.
Don't forget the second go around.
Yep, that's
you
gonna happen.
give it a good smashing with your fist as you crunch it in the side, and this time you managed to break through some of those wooden panels that were once you kind of like were wearing them down, and now you're just like, and the heat from your hand is slowly burning the actual wood itself as it singes.
Fire damage, exactly. The next one to hit was a 13, so that does not work.
Unfortunately not. Yeah, you managed to, like, as you're like working away through this wood, it moves slightly and you just ting off some metal.
Yeah. Perfect.
But your hand is slowly heating up with the rage.
Exactly. Definitely.
Awesome.
Nice one.
Any extra actions you got to do?
No, because I don't think any of my no, I've got no bonus things that I can do. So no, I'm just going to hang on in there.
Not to worry. Professor Joel's tips.
Come on, Prof. Take it home.
I'm going to swoop down and join Bazat.
Nice.
As I sort of skid along the dirt, coming up next to her, he's going to draw, and I'm going to attempt to ensnaring strike again, see if I can just
bring it down.
Encompass it in a ton of irritating ivy.
Nice alliteration.
Ooh.
Was it a strength or a con roll for me?
It is a strength saving throw, and a 19 to hit for the actual shot.
19 definitely hits, and a 9 will not break. I am
Good work.
Yeah, so it is.
Roll that damage.
Roll that damage.
So I was Zemage. 9 points. Plus 6. 9 plus 6.
15, nice.
Nice.
How would you like to destroy this thing?
I'll skid up with Bazza, feeling pretty chuffed with himself after launching a rogue at a one person. Just gonna turn and how do you shoot a massive bulbous
That's pretty big.
tavern thing?
Yeah.
Actually, he's gonna turn and just like almost sharpshooter the tap
Yes.
wheel
Nice.
and hit the tap wheel, and as it sort of spins it, all of the innards of it just starts like splurting out, and all the pressure builds up too quickly, and it just like starts bursting from the tap outwards.
Nice. So, as this arrow hits the tap, you can see the ensnaring vines start to grow rather than around it, inside of it. And as you say, the pressure just builds up, and you can see it's like all the bubbling froth that was once coming out has stopped, and it's like, and you hear a little, and then
Nice.
as cider rains down upon you again.
That's why you shouldn't mix cider with vine.
Yeah. George is going to join Bazza in drinking.
All right, mate, you're all right.
Nice. So, dead bodies around you. Well, dead kegs, I guess. One burning body. Yes?
Please, may I see if the coat is salvageable?
Highs or lows? I feel like that was very good.
Highs.
You know what? It is. You managed to maybe there's like some sort of like magical weave to this thing, but it just seems sooty more than burnt.
I was just like, oh yeah.
Down to loot, baby.
Well, you know, it's hard to find stuff in my color scheme.
Your rogue is showing.
Well, as you look around, the munchkins all look at you in disbelief, like completely aghast. They can't believe that you've done this, and then suddenly one of them just says, "Oh my God, we're free!" And they all just start woo! Like, yeah. One of them is running around in circles, dancing, singing, and as you're like watching all this take place, Arja, you notice you just sort of like look back and you notice that there's a trapdoor open near the end of the tavern.
I was just going to beeline for it. Whether people notice or not, it's just, we're going.
Well, you're not stealthing, so I would say that everyone fairly notices Arja head towards this trapdoor.
Glass would follow if they see something being so gone towards, if you see what I mean.
Awesome.
Professor George will join.
Nice. So you go down this trapdoor. You have to duck, especially you, Glasses. It is quite small, made for a munchkin size. So you have to get on your hands and knees and crawl through quite uncomfortably. But everyone else, Bazza has a bit of struggle as well. But then you seem to get to this private room. Dark, dingy, candlelight. And as you pick up the candle to sort of reveal more of the room, you gather that maybe this was where the man was hiding in the cloak. And you pick up the torchlight and you look around, and all around the room is writing. Z-O, Z-O, in different sizes and small, some written in, carved in, some painted with what seems to be blood. And you can see occasionally repeated, "Follow the blood on the road. Follow the blood on the road." And that is where we'll end our session. Thank you very much, guys, for playing.
Hey!
It was a wonderful, wonderful experience to be able to play in the Wizard of Oz universe.
So much fun.
Just
So much
nice
fun.
to kind of get back to this, isn't it?
Yeah.
I've not thought about the Wizard of Oz for ages,
Yeah.
and it's cool all D&D-ified. Thank you guys for being amazing and playtesting this wonderful
Likewise.
material.
That was great.
Again,
great.
check out the link down below if you guys want to get involved. There's some cool stuff going on here, as you can
Yeah.
see.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So thank you, everyone. If you enjoyed tonight, we play every Monday at 6 p.m. GMT, 10 a.m. PT. Flustered in the Feywild runs until September 2021. And on Tuesdays, we're playing Warriors of Waterdeep. We might be in that. 7 p.m.
Sure.
GMT, 11 a.m. PT until July 2021. We also have a new chat show, Talk Together. Somebody else might be in that. Where one of us interviews players and other people in the TTRPG. That's on Saturdays at 6 p.m. GMT, 10 a.m. PT with our wonderful David, also known as Bazza of Oz. I hope that's the new, your new persona now. You got to do interviews as Bazza.
Don't give chat ideas, mate.
All of our shows are streamed at twitch.tv/RollTogetherRPG, and you can find all our content archived on YouTube/RollTogether. RPG. There are also podcast versions of all our shows available. Search for Roll Together RPG on all your podcasting formats. Massive thank you to our D20 Patreon club. There'll be a link in chat now, so do join them. Every penny helps us make all this wonderful content. And a big thanks again to Hero Forge, Ultra Pro, Elderwood Academy, our supporters D&D Beyond, Idle Champions of the Forgotten Realms and Warriors of Waterdeep, and Level Up Dice. Don't forget, we're all over social media as Roll Together RPG. Like, subscribe, leave a review. Thank you for watching. See you soon, guys. Namaste.
Namaste. Well.